What are we doing today? Well, we've got a lot of stuff to do today. First and foremost, we need to watch that new Tier Zoo video that came out where he talked about how you can't play no trap cards anymore. I think we're gonna do a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh playing. We're gonna do a little bit of new cards PogChamp. We're gonna do a little bit of Isaac as well, of course. First off, shouts out to the Genesis Apocalypse video where Hardleg did not do a good enough job blanking out the slur that I sent. Is Danny going to get his cards back? Yes, he is. He's not. He doesn't have them back right now because we're still snowed in. Shouts out to all of you if you're also snowed in. Things are pretty rough right now. We just now got it so that we can get out of the house. We have finally engineered a situation where we can get out of the house. I know that's a big deal. If we have an emergency, we can get out of the house. But boy, it's just awful. We're in a position now where it's like there's powder snow, and then on top of it, there's like a sheet of ice that will not break under a person's weight. Like I will jump on it and it will not break. And I'm like 500 pounds. Ugh. Big and round, big and round. Texas finally melted. That's good. Here in Maryland, we just don't have many days of above freezing temperatures is the problem. Our first day above freezing is Tuesday, and it's 33. So, like, that's not going to really help much, is it? Let's see when. Okay, by the 4th, we're getting days over 38. We're going to get more snow on the 1st. I mean, what do we do? $38. Wouldn't Vriska have been born during this time if that still held? Yeah, pretty good that she wasn't, I will say. Can we watch a comic dub? Of course. Let's begin with the dulls. Yoshi or Majin Buu? Oh, these are tough. Wow. Is this the daily? It is. I'm going to say Yoshi. It's got to be Yoshi. Okay, wow. There's a lot more Yoshi than I thought there was going to be. Okay, not even worth looking at this other person. Rex from Xenoblade or Hot Pants? It's got to be Rex, though. In a perfect world, it would be Hot Pants. Ooh, it's going to be Sarvante. Ladybug or Astarion? Ooh, this is tough. So a lot of people draw pornography of Ladybug. But a lot of people draw porn of Astarion too. I'm going to say Ladybug. Yeah, correct. Yeah, all right. Baiken or Where Garurumon? God, I hope it's Baiken. All right, cool. Bakugo or Cammy White? Whoa. This is a toughie. Oh, shit. Cammy, are you sure? I'm going to click Cammy. Oh my god. A generational Gooner. Oh, we just had Delphox. Yes, okay, good. Chain Chomp or Aphelios? Wow, this is tough. I've actually never heard of Aphelios. Who the fuck is Aphelios? This is a man. So it's going to be Chain Chomp. Yep. All right, here it is. 10 of 10. Jaina or Goombella? There's a lot of Jaina porn. Yes! Oh, it's been so long. It's been so fucking long since I got a 10 of 10. Oh. Woo. I had to trust chat on one of these. Which one was it? The Cammy one. I don't know if I would have picked Cammy. It's like I know that Cammy is a generational gooner, but Bakugo is also a generational gooner. Oh man, wow, that's crazy. Whew. All right, next up. Angle. Jesus Christ, I don't know. 30. Whoa. 32. 34. 33. I'll take it. Now that they're doing odd numbers, fuckers. Do the poople. Pint. Pant. Packed. Pocked. No. I'm too in the weeds. Pint into pink pack. Pink pick pack pock. If pock is one, we can do it really easily. Pock. Is pock one? I don't understand this game. You can change one letter at a time. That's it. Pant packed pack pock. If this is a word, then I think we're safe. Wait. Packed. Pack. Pock. All right. Ook. Wait, shit. Now what? Fuck. Now what? Shit. Pork. Hornpoon. Come on. Port. Hoot. Come on. Pout. Where does that get us? Pout. Pout pour. Oh, that was so bad, dude. That was terrible. We were 5 over. Are you kidding me? Fuck me. Scrandle. Jesus Christ, man. No, pie in a donut sounds so good. Potato tornado or... Oh, this looks crazy. Lost an 87. Dude, we are... I just don't have it on Scrandle today. Lemon tart or chicken schnitzel with a pint? Damn, dude. Yeah, for sure. I'm fucking that up. Barbecue loaded mac and cheese or breakfast baguette. That looks really good. I'm going with the mac and cheese. Loaded fries, loaded with garbage, or chili cheese fries. These look insane. Dude, it's all high scoring ones today. What is this, Scran? Loaded fries or cheesesteak with crisps and a pint? I'm going to say the fries. But I think it's just because the camera's bad. Pulled pork sandwich or we just did chicken schnitzel with a pint. Come on. What the fuck? Get better. Cheesy chips or never bet on. Zroskenir. Crab's nail. Sorry. Wheat flour dough filled with crab meat and a crab claw. I will not be picking the crab's nail. Bad start, but we actually did beat the community average in the end. The A idol. For refusing to watch training videos if I'm not getting paid for them. I'm up for promotion at my job, food service. I was sent an email with videos. My manager asked if I received it. I said yes, but I'll watch them once I get paid for them. She said she may need to rethink promoting me if I want to argue with everything she says. I'm pretty sure legally she can't force me to do anything work-related if I'm not getting paid for it, and I really don't want to work for free. You're not the asshole. I'm the asshole for refusing to kick my best friend out because he has one-night stands. My 27M best mate 26M is staying in my house till February. My girlfriend, who also lives there, was fine with the arrangement, but when we overheard him having sex 3 times in the 2 weeks he's been living here so far, makes my girlfriend uncomfortable. She keeps telling me I need to kick him out because he's disgusting and is treating my house like a brothel. Sure, it's a little awkward, but I don't feel right telling my close friend of 10 years to leave because he has girls over. I'm not his dad. Now my girlfriend is annoyed and calling me a dick for not taking her feelings into consideration and is threatening to leave until he's gone. I think she's being dramatic. Yeah, you were supposed to probably talk to her about the poon that he's getting. Am I the asshole for telling my friend to stop talking to his 25-year-old autistic baby brother in a baby voice? I have a friend whose brother is 25M and is autistic. The autistic brother works, is self-sufficient, but he is someone who you can get from speaking to and interacting with that he has a learning disability and does require help. Still, he's very smart, and I get tired of hearing his brother speak to him in this high-pitched baby voice like how he would talk to a 3-year-old. He did this the other day, and once the brother had left, it was just me with my friend. I told him his brother may have a disability. He's an adult and a smart one. My friend got angry and said it was none of my business. No, I don't think it's any of your business, but definitely he should stop doing that. That's annoying. All right, let's go. You want to do a comic dub? Oh, hell yeah. Batgirl Rule Breaker. Hey, I saw this on Twitter.
She has only found half of the bad news.
The rules were made to be broken.
I've always wondered, does this girl have a favorite blood type? Or does all blood taste the same?
I came here for a comic dub, not a Twitter thread. But this one isn't porn, so that's okay. Damn. They actually are removing the ones that are just cropped porn. That's fucked up. The voices were horrid, man. They were not good. No, they weren't good at all. What was the horse milk video?
Hey y'all, so my name's Tony, and if you've seen me before, it might be in my video I did a little while back called Trying Liberal Foods that got a lot of shares on Reddit and Twitter, and I think it's because people have never really seen someone try different foods on YouTube before. So today I thought I'd do something a little different, and that is go to McDonald's and try every flavor of their horse milk. I'm sure McDonald's has horse milk just since milk is such a popular food, and
this is actually not the first Tony Zaret about horse milk. There's one where Big Chungus stole his horse milk.
我很渴了，我要喝一杯马奶。我觉得马奶比牛奶好喝。我看冰箱里。
Hold up. This thing in his kitchen that all his pots and pans are on, that looks really stable. Was that pre-installed in the house, or did he get that off something? I gotta give me one of those.
我的马奶
在哪里？
谁喝完了我的马奶？
我喝完了。
上个先生。
哈哈哈，我是 Big Chungus。
No， 我很不高兴，我不喜欢上个先生，你给我买一瓶马奶吧。
但是我是一只兔子，我没有钱。No。
Big Chungus 没有钱。
我们是 Big Chungus 的朋友，我们会给你买一瓶马奶。
小黄人，
我们也觉得马奶比牛奶好喝。
我很喜欢小黄人。大家好，我是 Tony。你们喜不喜欢我的电影？你们告诉我你们的回答。下次见。这是一部非常好的电影。
He and Danny got a collab on a Mandarin video. Listen, I love Danny. Tony's Mandarin is way better than Danny's. Tony, like he can say where is the bathroom in Mandarin. Ask me again at 20 years old. Yeah, if I had caught Danny at a more Chinese part of his life, it would have worked. Can we watch this today?
Welcome back, everybody, to Card Market Yu-Gi-Oh! Into the Graveyard, or
These people need to be destroyed. I'm actually in the comments here, and you'll be hearing from my lawyer. They did not do Josh a favor with the thumbnail. Dude, it wasn't like this earlier. They changed the thumbnail to look like this, and they changed the title, or maybe I got A/B tested, and the title was something along the lines of like, I played Jeopardy. I'm sorry, this is the worst I've ever seen Josh look in a thumb. I can't believe he okayed this picture. I would have been like, no, dude, take it again. No. When the edible hits, exactly. All right. We're going to do a little bit, let's start off with Duel Links. Oh, no. I don't want to connect. Oh, that means I'm going to have to log into Steam when I go back downstairs tonight. Okay. Whatever. We're going to begin with just a little bit of Duel Links. Did you see the new Shark skill that adds 20 cards to your extra deck? No! What? We do have to do new cards. Yeah, don't worry. We will. Ugh. Let's play a little of The Woman. It's me, Mimi and Mimi. You all remember Mimi and Mimi, right? Silver 4. Damn, we suck at this game. What the fuck? I have not played any Rush Duel ladder, and I should. Is she related to the Diane Keto girl? She is the Diane Keto girl. Venezuela. Udius Velgear. All right, this isn't going to be a video or anything, so I do feel comfortable cranking the fucking volume.
Udius Velgear. Go Rush!
I'll show you what I draw.
She said it. All right. So here's the trick to this one. Survive. This character like wins if you can get to turn 2, but you just have to get to turn 2, baby. UTS. Jesus Christ. Sent an Oblivion too. This used to be the best deck, but they nerfed it. What's strong about her turn 2? You're going to see when it gets back to me. If it gets back to me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't hit the corn, please. Good. Okay. Don't fuse these two, please. Fuck! Oh my god, it's the polymerization. Shit. Weird use of poly. Galactiara Fuse Eve. Oh, geez. He's going to go all the way in. I hope I don't die here. I might. Is poly good now in Rush? No, but this deck sometimes plays it. Because the Galactica Oblivion can get stuck in your hand. I thought this game only had Timu poly. It has normal poly, but it's a legend card. Which means you can only play one of it. And it cuts you off from other legend cards, like Pot of Greed. Okay, that doesn't seem correct.
Please teach me everything you know about Rush Duels.
Okay, that was a good duel. What's the downside of Temu Poly? You can't use cards in your hand. You can only use cards on your field. Hey, it's the same guy. No, it's a different guy.
You can act
Uh-oh.
tough.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'll show you. I draw.
Oh, no.
I'm setting a card.
Very bad. Very bad. Very bad. Very bad. Very bad.
I'm setting a card. I'm
It's my
ending
turn.
my turn.
Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
Valkyrian draw.
I mean, I'm not going to die thanks to Buffered Slime.
I activate my spell card. Universal Storm.
Okay, that was definitely wrong.
I'm setting a monster. I set a card.
Okay.
I set a card.
Yeah.
Battle.
Okay, well, he didn't have too much to do anyway.
That ends my
All right, you've made a glorious mistake, allowing me to get to turn 3. Oh, my God. I activate my skill. The Amimi Special. I will show you my Diane Keto the Food Prodigy and add to my hand 2 copies of Nueva the Mysterious. And then I'll send fucking one of these 2 to the grave. Nueva the Mysterious. To Tumes Dark Witch. Nueva the Mysterious. I add Rainopolis to my hand. And now you would think these need 2 tributes. They don't. They need 1. Because of my skill. This is Diane Keto when she was young. Ket it up. Oh, I didn't really need that. Diane Keto, the Cleaning Prodigy. Oh, damn it. We were going to OTK. Is the whole deck Diane Keto? Yeah. There's 2 different Diane Ketos. We're playing Alfred. Come here, Alfred. Ooh, winning, you'll gain a rank. Thank you. Shit. Another unplayable hand. Okay, that's something. Okay, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Why wasn't this your deck on Saturday? I'm not as confident in it as Jointech.
Valkyrian draw. UTS.
UTS. We may be dead here. This is a hand that can kill us. You were playing in the Deckmaster Cup tournament? Yeah.
I summon a monster.
We went 4-1 and then the wheels fell off. In both formats. I don't know. It's kind of fucked up. I was playing against like world champs. How is that fair?
Universal Bright Sentinel. Here's what I'll do. Tribute summon. I activate my monster's effect.
Chad, is imaginary actor in the deck good? Yes.
It's time
Okay, thank God we're not dead. We're just almost dead. All right, here we go. Ready? We literally drew one monster that can be tributed. That's fine. We're still fine. I will show you this one. Then I will add 2 of this girl to the hand. And then I will discard this one. It's fucked up. I really wanted the Rainopolis. Maybe I'll just hit it. I got 3 shots at hitting it. Okay, that was not it. No. Why didn't you search Mystical Sandbox? Why? Should I have? Damn it. Is this lethal? It's close. Damn. Missed it 3 times. I'm going to make this a 0. Get in there, friends. Bam. Bada bop. Pow. Ah, yeah, it's a little off. Yeah, we might be dead here. They can easily do 1800 if they get access to the big fusion. Valkyrian draw.
Now, I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect.
UTS.
Galactiara E.
Oh, we're dead. Yeah, we're totally dead.
Here's what I'll do.
Oh, never mind.
Tribute summon.
I don't know what they're doing.
My monster's effect.
Do they have the fodder for it? And a fusion? They don't have a fusion in there? Where the fuck are their fusions? They have to fusion draw, yeah. Send Oblivion, draw 2.
My hand. I
Secret order back an Oblivion.
fly it.
Yeah, we're totally dead. Yeah. Any name plus fusion does it.
I set a monster battle.
Oh, except they don't have fusion.
Take away their life points. Attack Galactica Oblivion.
Wait, we live? We live?
There's nothing more I can do.
Now I will defeat you. Perfect. I activate my skill again. Check out my food prodigy. I'll do it like this. I'll discard Rainopolis. I shouldn't have done that. What am I doing? Orders up. Huh. Yeah, this is an issue, isn't it? We should have kept Rainopolis. The thrower throws again. This is why I didn't play this weekend.
Never give up during a rush duel. Valkyrian draw.
Valkyrian draw.
Right Sentinel.
Okay. That guy's nothing.
Activate my spell.
Please do not hit Shiny Shady. Please do not hit Shiny Shady. Fuck! I'm dead to the attack over the Tutunamis Dark Witch. I almost just didn't even summon her.
Counting on you. Tribute summon. I activate.
I'm dead. I'm so dead. I'm dead right here. He just has to go battle. My only hope is if they summon Transam Linak.
Attack. I will seize victory.
Oh,
I attack.
I thought it said direct attack. We win.
Is there nothing more I can do? I end my turn.
5 cards left. Cornful Charity. I will put this on the bottom. Cornful Charity. Oh, hell yeah. Cornful Charity. I drew the whole deck. Put this on the bottom. Now I summon my legendary card. Oh, wait. I'm going to draw the whole deck, Get the hell out of this game. Put him back in the hand. 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 Why is Abyss Soldier a legend? Because he's broken as hell. Are you reading this card? All right, close game. I don't know how we won that one. Buffered Slime. Hey, I'm just getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! After a 17-year hiatus, and I'm really happy I found your channel. Unfortunately, I am a third War 8 duelist, but we're working on it. Many blessings to you in chat. Hey, some people play for years, and they still suck ass. Look at everyone in chat right now. I would not like to post this. I don't think anyone wants to see this. All right, I got one more in me, and then we're going to do new cards. It's true, I suck ass. I know. Now we're finally in gold. Okay. This person has played a lot of this game. Person is named Bowser.
Get ready for the rush! Go rush! I draw. I'll set a monster. I set a card.
You fool.
I set a card. I'll set a
Oh my god, okay, maybe not you fool.
So I'm always in control.
I activate my skill. I'll show you my Diane Keto the Cleaning Prodigy and add a Nunuva and a Rainopolis to my hand. Then I'll pitch the Rainopolis. Nuvia? Nuvia? Nuvia! Alright, give me this card. Diane Keto the Cleaning Prodigy. Now I'll Sinister Serpent. Oh, my life points are lower than my opponent. Okay, never mind. All right, let's get in there. I have no idea what they're playing. What do you mean Magic Juggler and Sword Dancer? I have no idea what they're playing.
It's my turn. I draw. You have no chance to win.
Shark event tomorrow? Oh, it's full Materion.
Imaginary reactor.
There he is, Imaginary Reactor.
Imaginary reactor's effect.
Milled the Reincarnation. Let's go. Shuffled it back. Drew a million cards. Sword Dancer. Dick Fucker.
Activate my spell card. Fusion.
Nash event's going to be interesting. Is it Barry and Nash? Giga Nash? Okay, please do not destroy my face down card.
I activate Materion Assurance.
No, I needed that.
I destroy one of your set cards. Evil Bowler.
Not Evil Bowler!
I activate
Ugh!
Bowler's effect.
A dragon. Okay, that's fine. Now that it's a dragon, it doesn't get my Rainopolis buff. She's not bowling at all. And maybe that's a bowling ball.
From my hand, I activate a
Oh,
spell
okay.
card.
Star restart, target imaginary actor.
Magic
Magic Juggler. Oh, my mistake. His baton wielding shakes the crowd wild as if it were magic. Okay, this is not a particularly exciting battle phase. I guess they're probably going for Nuvia. Okay, I am gonna beat the fuck out of you. First off, check out my food prodigy. I'll take both of the Tutames Dark Witches. And I'll send one to the yard. Corn attack. Oh, well, that'll do it. Let's put her back. See ya. Stick's broken. All right, that's enough of this. How do legend cards work? You can only have one of each super type. And they also just released up to level 35 for these guys. Finally. All right. Okay. Well, ready to do a little new cards PogChamp? What event are you playing in Richmond? Genesis. We actually need the points update pretty soon here. There's a new Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. Oh my god, this one is adorable. Holy shit, this one is so good. Onion Ring! Hungry Onion. Hungry Special Coupon. New Noodle Ninjas. Delirium. Grace. Lovely. Lovely Clean. Okay. Blade Edge. Dude, he's back. He's not even a legend. Oh, we're in Rush Duel. That's why we're only getting Rush Duel ones. Okay, I see the problem. Judge Week reveals. What are these? Oh, dude, I want this so bad. Fuck me. Bipro spoiler. Imports. FA World Premiere, Testino World Premiere, Free Agent World Premiere, 2 new World Premieres. GMX. GMX Dark Dragon Synchro. Double Fusion. GMX. Inadvertent reveals. We'll just skip over that. We did Dominus Spark, right? This is all of them, right? Some of these were leaks. Well, I would never want to do a leak. So, okay, here's GMX. Here's World Premieres. Here's Free Agent World Premiere. Are these revealed? Have these been revealed already? Yes. Okay, these are real. How about this is real, I know. These are real. Imports. These are real. New booster. So these ones I don't need. The old GMX ones. Yeah, okay. New cards, PogChamp. New cards, PogChamp. First and foremost, new set coming. New set coming. It is going to be Witchcrafter and Unchained and Toon. So Witchcrafter is not too surprising. They're trying to extend the Witchcrafter lore in a way that makes sense, and I think there is something interesting that deck can do. After the release of the new Fusion, it became less of a punching bag and more of an interesting archetype that does something, but time will tell if it pans out correctly. Unchained does not need much help, I'll be completely honest. It's already really close to an unbelievably good deck. I'm excited to see if they can push it that final few inches. But Toon is going to need a lot. They're pretty much always trying to make Toon relevant, and it's hard to do so because Toon's really, really frustrating for a lot of ways. In the last wave of Toon support, which I think was Toon Chaos, they did do away with like the summoning sickness requirement for some of the cards. I think there is a way to make Toon playable. They're getting 7 cards. They will basically all have to be playable and make the backbone of a new deck. I think a Toon deck probably can't play most of the Toon cards from yesteryear, maybe some of the searches. So who knows? I mean, we'll play around with it when we get it. No big deal. All right, next up. All right, Bipro stuff. First and foremost, the GMX theme. So this is the TCG exclusive theme. The concept here is it's Jurassic Park. You know, we have the researchers at the GMX facility and then the dinosaurs that they bring back, okay? It is short for genomics. Just call it genomics, man. Why do we have to GMX? Riding in my GMX with a dinosaur in the tape deck. That's not what he said. Okay, GMX Researcher Salon. If this card is normal summoned, you can special summon a non-warrior GMX or level 3 or lower dinosaur from your deck, Baby Sarosaurus. If this card is special summoned by a monster effect, you can add a GMX spell trap from your deck to your hand. Okay. If a dinosaur fusion monster is on the field, you can shuffle this card from the field into the deck, and if you do, negate the effects of a face-up card on the field until the end of the turn. I mean, that... Okay. Return Dino Deneen. If this card is special summoned by a monster effect, you can add a GMX monster from your deck to your hand. During your main phase, you can fusion summon a dinosaur fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field. And if sent to the graveyard, you can make all dinosaur monsters gain 400 attack. GMX Chairman Kimridge. You can reveal this card in your hand, add a GMX Applied Experiment 55 from your deck or graveyard to your hand, shuffle this card into the deck. If special by monster effect, you can target 2 cards in your graveyard that are GMXs or dinosaurs, put them on top of your deck in any order, then destroy 1 attack position monster your opponent controls. GMX Associate Noma, if special summoned by monster effect, can target a card from your graveyard and your opponent's graveyard, put each on the top or bottom of the deck, and if normal or special summoned to your opponent's field, while this card is in your monster zone, you can fusion summon a GMX by shuffling monsters from your field, graveyard, or banishment into the deck. Here are the fusions. Alos. Each time your opponent normally special summons a monster, gain 200 life points. You can target a GMX monster or a dinosaur in your graveyard or banishment, special summon it. This card can't attack the turn this effect is activated. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can destroy it. GMX Velox. Each time your opponent normally specials a monster, gain 200 during your opponent's turn. You can target a card your opponent controls, excavate the top cards of your deck until you hit a GMX. Lose 400 for each excavated card. Add that GMX monster, dinosaur monster to your hand or special summon it. Then shuffle the rest into the deck. After that, destroy the targeted card. And GMX Applied Experiment 55, excavate the top cards of your deck until you hit a GMX monster and a dinosaur monster. Lose 400 for each excavated card, then you can fusion summon 1 GMX fusion monster using excavated monsters as material. Also shuffle the rest into the deck. Good luck coding that, Mr. Edo Pro. Wow, I feel like the fucking Atla manuscript. What? Is that all? Where's the rest? What the fuck? Am I crazy? You're not missing nothing. It's just not finished. Oh, cool. They released a wave 1 that doesn't work. All right, I mean, I've played a lot of... What's the magic card where you reveal cards off the top of your deck until you hit the named card? I've played a lot of that card in bad decks that shouldn't have existed. So I can tell you right now, GMX Applied Experiment is going to have to hit. But, like... No, not Adnaz. 1 black. Played in a whole bunch of bullshit decks. Wow, I can't believe no one's getting it. No, not Limdol. Demonic Consultation? That's not it either. Tainted Pact? That's not it either. It may have been Demonic Consultation. Does it have another art than the one I just saw? Demonic Consultation. No, it doesn't. Huh. Well, okay, I guess I'll have to look at that on my own time. They played it in like the Pure Steel Paladin deck. I'm just gonna look up Cheerios deck. Maybe I'm crazy. It's got to be Consultation. I'm just delusional. All right. Anyway, the short of it is you can accidentally kill yourself with that card. But this card can also accidentally kill you, right? Spoils of the Vault. Thank you. Holy shit. How did it take us 45 years? Spoils of the Vault. Everyone in chat saying it could only be Demonic Consultation. Choose a card name, reveal a card from the top of your library until you reveal a card with that name, put it into your hand, exile everything else. You lose 1 life for each of the exile cards. Thank you. Holy shit. Oh my God. Oh, that was really going to stick in my craw. I am glad that we figured that out. Holy fuck. Oh, spoils is Consultation if it sucked and didn't blah 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 blah. I just want to point out this one right here. Hold up. It is only Tainted Pact, Demonic Consult, or Ad Naz. Okay, who said that, by the way? Who said spoils? Spoils of the Vault. I really like bananas. Thank you for telling me that. This person has almost never spoken in chat. I'm still going to give him a VIP. Why not? Holy shit. Oh, that was this is good luck cutting that out, Rebecca. Spoils got crept out of Ad Naz builds even when it was still playable. I don't know, man. Okay, anyway. You can accidentally kill yourself off this card, for sure. To be clear, why do half the cards make it so you can accidentally kill yourself? I guess the concept here is like you will gain the life points back. Okay, first off, sorry, I'm having trouble even talking about this. Let's take a huge step back, like a million steps back here. What is the design of this deck? They want you to pay 1 trillion points of life to Ad Naz yourself, then gain it back provided your opponent plays into your onboard trick, right? I get the lore. They're like doing forbidden science they shouldn't be doing, and it's coming at a great personal cost expressed through the psychic damage it takes on them is expressed through the life points you take. I get it. I understand. But the way that expresses itself in paper is going to be annoying as fuck, especially when you're releasing a first wave that doesn't have enough monsters to consistently hit, right? Okay, let's move beyond that. Second, these don't do anything. Am I crazy? These don't do anything. Like, so what you're supposed to do is normal summon Soland, right? And then Soland special summons Deneen, which gets you a GMX monster, then allows you to fusion into one of these assholes, right? That's the concept. But neither of these cards do anything. This one lets you bring back the Soland, which triggers its effect, to add a spell trap. This one is sort of a pop, but it costs you like $1 trillion. And then what is with the text on these cards? I'm so sorry. Look at this. You can target a GMX. This is a slow effect. You can target a GMX monster or a dinosaur in your graveyard or banishment, special summon it. This card can't attack the turn this effect is activated. Why? Dude, why does it have that on it? Oh, man. And it has a battle effect? Yeah, it's Construct. I don't know. I don't even know if we can do a TMT with these. At present, it sounds like their most obvious application is to put them in a deck that wants to pop the baby. Like, you're meant to put them in a deck that pops the baby. All right, right? Are you excited? Dinosaur deck popping the baby? We can't think of anything else for dinosaurs to do. We tried making dinosaurs do one other thing, and it was Dinomorphia, and we accidentally just made a big-ass Floodgate deck that everybody hated. So guess what, asshole? We're just popping the baby forever. We can't think of anything else to do with these cards. You can do it if you want. Oh, no. Rebecca, this is a you problem. These don't even do it? You're right, they don't pop the baby. It's going to be like you use Soland as a normal that specials baby. Man, you can play this as a mid for higher engine? Cool. All right, next up. 2 new world premieres show up early. All right, what do we got? Mechanical Mechanic. When an attack is declared involving your other machine monster, you can increase or decrease the level of that other monster by 1. You can only use the following effects of Mechanical Mechanic once per turn. If a card is in the field zone, you can special this card from your hand, target a face-up spell trap you can control, destroy it, and add a wind machine monster with 0 attack from your deck to your hand. Also, you can't special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except machine monsters. These are visible here. Okay, cool. So, this is an FA card. Okay. Thank you. I didn't think there was a market for this sort of thing. Yeah, keep at it, King. FA forever. Jade Dragon Mech. Oh, okay. So this is in the vein of Vermilion and Navy Dragon Mech. It's a 9, unsurprisingly. If this card is special summoned, you can send a machine tuner from your deck to the graveyard, or if you control a monster whose current level is different from its original level, you can special summon it instead as another piece of FA support. If this synchro summoned card is destroyed by card effect instead of the graveyard, you can banish any number of tuners from your graveyard, then target that many cards on the field, destroy them. This is a pretty interesting card. Wait, this is not a bad one. I like this one a lot. Special summon Foolish. There's a lot you can do with that. This card fucks in Speedroid. It is wind. And then Mischief of the Wolves. Either increase the levels of all monsters you control by 2 or reduce the levels of all monsters your opponent controls by 2. During your main phase, if hit in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you can target a face-up card you control, destroy it, and add this card to your hand. So you can get your monsters really high. All right, this card is not good, but it is funny. All right, next up. Tistinas. They call them Tistinas. I don't think I could call this a Tistina card, but sure. Mercurium, the Living Quicksilver. 2+ level 10s. If this card is Xyz summoned, you can attach a monster from your deck to this card as material. While this card has material, your opponent can't activate the effects of monsters in the graveyard with the same attribute as a monster in your graveyard. Once per turn during the end phase, detach a material from this card or take 3,000 damage. Why did they print this? This is like a huge problem. Like, maybe people won't figure out how to integrate it into combos now, but there will be a day when this is going to be a real fucking issue. So first and foremost, it's a floodgate. It is literally just a floodgate, right? Like, they just printed Abyss Dweller a second time. With any understanding of what your opponent's on, you can just engineer a scenario where they just get Abyss Dwellered. Secondly, you can attach any monster from your deck to this card, and then if you make it in the EMZ, you can just link it off for, like, Gravity Controller for a free Foolish Burial. And third, that third effect, detach a material and take 3,000, that's an effect. It detaches for effect, which is a problem. But that's not even remotely the most annoying thing that can be done with this card. Here's what Peeps posted. 3 a.m. just woke up in a cold sweat. Mother Splitter Spider can now summon any dark monster in the game. All right. Cool. That's what I like to hear. Wait. 7th Tachyon. Umbral Horror Masquerade. And then a couple of hours later, he shows back up to say, I have now also been informed we could go Mercurium, attach Pharaonic, Baby in Graveyard, detach and summon Pharaonic, Mercanus 77, Pharaonic Tribute 77 for any floodgate in the game. We found the FTK? All right, what are we looking at? Already, this is not going to be playable. It requires you to play Habakiri and Chaotic Elements, 2 of the worst cards ever printed. No, I don't like this one. Saji for Ritual. Ritual. You know, did this. Get Futsu. Get Ritual back. Tribute Futsu. Futsu trigger. Grab Mirror. You know, you've seen this before. Mirror Cycle. Ame for Prayers. Okay, now what? Yup. For extra prayers here. For 7th Tachyon. There we go. 7th Tachyon. Grab Mother Splitter Spider. Chaotic Elements. Grab Yokel. Yokel. Summon out the Spider. Spider for Spiders. 2 Spiders for Mercurium. Send Ohm. Yeah, that'll do it. So what do you have to play for this? Mother Splitter, 3 babies, and an Ohm? I mean, that's a lot. Also not that much. You, of course, don't have to be playing that. You can use it for anything else. Oh my god! Shut the fuck up. The Ohm tribute triggers Murakumo? Oh! Tartar sauce. Oh, man. I don't like it. Check out this GMX combo. All right, what are we fucking with? Okay, so we go Miscellaneousaurus for the dinosaur, for the warrior, summon Animadorned Archosaur, fuse off for the new guy, summon Animadorned. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, all right. Yeah, he's a reptile. Yep. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, no. To this day, I don't understand why the Yummy Synchro is generic. Like, why? Like, surely it... Oh, man. Ugh. Okay, next up. Vodnica, the Fountain Spirit. It's actually called Vodnica. If a level 10 monster is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your graveyard or hand. You can target a level 10 monster in your graveyard, special summon it to your opponent's fields, then draw one card. It's a cool card. I like it. Rain of Frogs. If you control an Aqua monster with 2,000 or more attacks, send all monsters on the field to the graveyard except Aqua monsters. Annoying-ass card. If the set card is destroyed by card effect, you can set this card. Yippee! I don't know. There's some decks that'll like this. I also like that it's about frogs, but like none of the frogs trigger this, right? Okay, the imported cards, what did we get? Pistina? No, oh. Pisanta, the Titan of Troubadours. Okay. All right. Whatever. First off, his name is Spoon. Second off, secret. Conduction Warrior, Linear Magnum, plus minus. Okay, so we are getting the rest of them at the same time. That's good. Must first be special summoned by... We know what this does. Invoked Omega. And that's it. Dude, it took forever to get fucking Spenta. Well, thus ends the new cards PogChamp. $100 secrets are back, baby. They're like, they heard that people weren't opening this set. What is the new set retail for? I don't know why I thought that would work. $72? $7? Not bad. What's Cracker Albaz going for? We ain't paying that. Oh, we ain't paying that. Mm-mm. I am not paying $40 for Elf No Lucina. You are out of your mind if you think anyone is paying $40 for Elf Note Lucina. Rescue Ace Arbitrator, $15. Missed Free Agents. Oh, does anyone have a link? Can you look at this? Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's very important. Wait, that's like actually very important. So cute. Holy shit. That's hideous. Fuck you. He's beautiful. All right, last one. Free agents. Flux Ocean Field. Materials, level 5 or higher monster into rock monster. If fusion summon, you get special rock monster from your hand or graveyard. You can target an earth monster you control and a card your opponent controls, return them to the hand. Those are cool. That's a cool card. What are you supposed to make this with? The Magnet Warriors? Yes. Oh, okay, fine. We have Rebecca. You can target any number of face-up monsters on the field and declare a type or attribute. They become that type or attribute. Light Fiend. If a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field while in your monster zone, you can target a monster on each field with the same type and attribute, return them to the hand. That's cool. Question? This is oomph. Storm Bane Dragon D Store Bim. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. Banish any number of dark monsters from your graveyard that can be normal summoned or set. Banish that many cards your opponent controls. Quick effect if your opponent controls more cards than you do. That's actually a really interesting card. Man, the quick effect only being on if your opponent's ahead is kind of frustrating, but it's great going second. I like this card a lot. $11. They're trying to get us to play a good 11. All right, now we're actually done with dude cards. Let's play a little Master Duel. We play a little Master Duel on our Master Duel channel. We play a little bit of the Master Duel. Have we done duels? Yeah, we got a 10 out of 10, baby. We're going to play a little Master Duel, then we're going to do the tiered zoo video. Oh, 30 whole gems a day. Oh my god, you spoil me. Why, that's a third of a pack. I'll play some more This deck was fun as fuck. The problem is it's fucking impossible to actually play. Oh, well, this hand's pretty easy to play, actually. This hand's actually pretty easy to play. Yeah, Rebecca, that'll go great. Everyone loved the OMOs. That was everyone's favorite part of stream. Or the, what were they? One take testings. One shit fuckings. The dipshit morons. Alright, nice pre-prep. Let's see you prep past this, you pre-me. You fucking pre-cum baby. Oh, man. Wait, is OMO gone? No, we're doing one a day. Okay, that's fine. I think I'm good. Like, what are you getting that I give a shit about, right? Fuck you mean both effects? Got a guy in hand I should know about? Isn't Genghis a fire? How do we not lock out of his effects? Well, this actually does not lock you from fire monsters. Okay. Yeah, nice deck, dickhead. Okay, well, let's wipe this up. Oh! That's not a good draw. That's okay, we can make it work. First and foremost, the normal summons a Kepler. Kepler effect. We add from our deck to our hand a copy of Dark Contract. Too easy. What else were they on? Yummy Mitsu. Great deck. Great deck. More like crummy Shih Tzu. Wait! Fuck, did I just invent the song of a summer? Yummy Mitsu. More like crummy Shih Tzu. Man. All right, what are we fucking with here today? All right, no interaction. Go off, King. I'm going to take a piss. Oh, man. Crummy Shih Tzu. Man, how do you think of this stuff, Joseph? Damn, you're funny. Chat, what's your favorite monster flavor? I always think of that one tweet. Like their taste, their gulp. The energy drink monster. Dude, what? I didn't even notice. What do you want me to... Okay. Right on time, asshole. I mean, I guess I'll do this. It's gonna come up, probably. What do we even do here? I mean, I don't even think... Like, we have a line, it's just there's no fucking way that it resolves, right? All right, gate. You gonna let the gate resolve? No, obviously. All right, gate. Okay, woman. Oh, you just got it! I was scrolling up to read it, Rebecca. Wait, I can still read it on the pimped out chat here. No, I can't. It deletes it from that too. Oh man. All right, you got one over on old Joseph. That's okay. We are Drake Hotel. We carry the flame. You want to Goulamel this? Okay. I missed whatever CJ said, too. Oh, is CJ talking about, like, race play stuff? That guy is gross. I don't know. What do we do from here? I mean, theoretically, we're only worrying about one additional... fuck up. Hey, Jesse Perez. Hope you had a good stream. We're so dead. We're so fucking... It's over. We're so dead. It's so over. What do we even do here? There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can send that makes a difference. It's over. It's so over. It's totally over. Yeah. Was it that hard of a choke point? Truly. Ellie, just ban CJ. That's fine. It wouldn't change anything. DDD can't go second. Wrong. It can go second if your opponent gets drolled and establishes nothing. All right. Maybe they will let us go first. Have you ever thought about that? I feel like we haven't really won any die rolls, which is for the best. Every time we win a die roll, we just have to deal with an unskippable cutscene. We just like, oh, check out this replay that we are scraping off of YouTube. Oh my god, wow, how cool! Speaking of how cool, this is a pretty good hand. I'm not gonna lie. Fualos, fualos, for the main combo. What if we ashed ourselves? What's the % chance of that? How linear are DDD plays nowadays? Less linear than they were in the past, but still pretty darn linear. Oh! Oh. Fuck you means soul absorption. 13 card extra. Please do not let me lose to this. That's pretty good. Thanks. Want to say thanks for the raid yesterday. You the OG go. Wishing best hands for you. You could have wished it a little earlier. Now we're just trying to do it. Appreciate it, dog. I don't know. Big woman? A big woman seems to always be the right answer. Regardless of the question. Big woman. With this big woman... Okay, we activate her effect. We get 0 Xerox. We 0 Xerox for... Whoa. Fucked with my mouse sensitivity a little too much there. Let's go get Scale Surveyor. Count Surveyor, that's the one. Into Copernicus. Oh, they got something. They have this guy. We have destroyed Garunix. That's a pretty good one. Well... Wait. You can special summon this card from your hand. Okay, cool. I mean, now we're just going to go Gil, right? All right, Gil time. We will scale Orthros, Mattress Warehouse, and Oblivion King Ragnarok. Ow. Damn, what do we do here? Very little. We use the Orthos to pop whichever one of these we dislike. How about this? Trigger the lady. Get her out here. Get her out here. Destroy a card. I feel like probably not, right? How are we going to out this Garunix? Your monster who was originally fire, so we can destroy the soul absorption for free. Okay. We can go Skyman. How do you get her in scale now, big dog? I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Huh. Two DD monsters. I thought that is not what that said. Ugh, and we have no name engrave. You can do it like this. This is the Joseph special. A play you will never see in a million years. How does he do it? Who knows, dude? He's a genius. He's a genius. This is the worst play I've ever seen. It worked, didn't it? Kind of worked. I mean, the stuff is on the field. I'm going to make him a 4. We have no way to pop anything, right? Shit. King Solomon. All that to get 2 4s? Hey, that's all I need, baby. 2 4s and a dream. I guess this guy. We'll grab this man. Ooh. What the fuck is it trying to return? DD pendulum monster you control. Is it trying to return Oblivion King? No, I don't want the scales back. Thank you. Now we go Marksman Kingtel. As one does. We go... Oh, can I... Oh, hell yeah. Wait a minute. I almost forgot to do the burn. It's so important to do the burn. Take this. Yeah. We're running out of time. Bada bing. Trigger Kingtel. Go grab a Lancer to the yard. Probably we just don't deal with Lancer at this point. Necro Slime. Himself and the necessary material for Gangless. I guess the Solomon. You know, that's not going to come up. 78. Yeah. Oh, no. We already Pendulum summoned. Psych for some reason. Oh. Oh. Cool. Yeah, why not? I didn't know he did that. Griffin 1. I don't need a headhunt. Genghis 2. Who do we want? Kingtel? Yeah. Skipped Alfredo again? I don't need him. Oh, that's good. All right, I definitely messed this one up. Okay, how do we deal with the Garunix? With Impulse. All right, that's good enough. Ooh, unless they order it correctly, which they didn't. Oh, I guess I can't do that. That's okay, we're still fine. They go Garunix effect. What? Why can't we Ash Blossom? Dude. Kieran trigger. This one, surely we can Impulse. We cannot. Dude, nothing negates activations here. Are you kidding me? Fuck. We are going to lose. Damn, dude. All we needed to get to was Caesar. And to do that, all we needed to do was banish the right guy here, and we didn't. We banished Wisdom King Solomon. Oh, man. That's fucking horrifying, isn't it? Well, we gotta Ash that. Could have made Alfred the Divine. Oh, this card's crazy. Ow. Okay, we've done it. Savant Copernicus. I'll take the 1,000. Copernicus effect. That's the only one. Send Lance. Do we have Wave High King, right? Yeah, Wave King. We have 2 dark contracts. We can get it up to 6. How do we get a 6 on our field? Wait, I figured it out. Pizza, pizza. I guess we take him. Just a free special. We are running out of time. Alright, with my 2 6s, I can make fucking Wave High King Caesar. Thank the Lord. That ought to do it. And bring back, I don't know. Is there anything else I even am able to make? I could make Clovis. Ow. Dude, we are actually gonna lose. Him. Clovis. Oh, dude, we're actually gonna lose. All right, I should be able to do it from here. Oh, I can't. Okay, let's just go battle. Just go battle. Like this. Dude, tell me we have lethal. Please tell me we have lethal. Just barely, dog. Holy moly. I did everything I could to lose that game. In fact, in that game, I played for 12 minutes and my opponent played for 2 minutes. That's how you know it was a good game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is because there was a lot of back and forth. This deck is too hard. So why couldn't I summon the big fusion guy there? I had a Synchro, an Xyz, a Pendulum, and whatever fourth thing. Oh, no, the fusion was underneath High King Caesar. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Mm. All right, well, that Nibiru's got to carry everything. Fuck. All right, we might lose this one. Depends on how much they want to respect the rock, I assume. It's gold. You can win. Well, I mean, if they're as skilled as I am when it comes to DDD, I think probably we'll be fine. They go grab 0 Xerox here. Yeah. Does it play under Nib? Yeah. The new build of the deck does play under Nib. Yup. They have chosen not to. Do I stop them here on the Marksman Kingtail? No, Marksman Kingtail floats. We should wait. Maybe we shouldn't have waited. We gave them access to the pendulum. Well, the rough part is we have to nib them now, yeah. I guess I should have got him on the Kingtail. Could have kept the Ragnarok off field. Alfredo gets them access to Wave High King. Damn, I'm getting cooked here. Or banishment. Holy fucking moly. Oh my god. Okay, sure. Clovis. Clovis trigger. Bring back Alex. Yeah, here's where we get to wave. This is neat. Now where do they go? Griffin. We just summoning shit now, right? Machinex. Okay. Well, I'm gonna attack the Wave High King. And then we'll try and do stuff in main phase 2. Can you possibly beat 2 suck-offs? I think it's unlikely. Fuck me. Who the fuck do we send to the graveyard? Lance, I suppose. Lance trigger. You ain't ready for this shit. Bada bing! You're really letting me get away with murder here. Okay, yeah. As expected. Sure. Where we going, buddy? Gil. Dude, the fact that we might get away with this is really impressive. Gil 1. Tell 2. We'll send Necro. And we will set... I guess we'll set her and him. Yeah, I guess we probably should. We could bring back what here? Lance for Kingtail? Probably. All right. That's the second suck. Okay, they are now out of sucking. Alfred. Big day for Super Doom White Armageddon. That's crazy. Big day for Super Doom White Armageddon. Oh, man. We could make our Super Doom King Bright Armageddon. What are we still missing? A synchro? Yeah. Und now? Oh my god, we're in main phase 2. Fuck me, dude. How did I forget that? Alright, we lose. I imagine they picked Divisor here, right? What? Didn't they already do this? This shit is not once per turn? Holy fuck. Wow, that's insane. I mean, we're still doing this. Maybe I should have done 2 for Divisor twice. Yeah, I definitely should have. Alright, well, we're good. Alright, the Machinex solo is real. I mean, obviously they just link off for Gil and we die, right? What a sloppy-ass game from both of us. Oh, right, they're gonna do the exact same thing. Okay. Oh, SpongeBob Big Guy Pants okay. But they can use the effector, I'll take it. Right. Oh, they're using the effect. Oh, they're thinking about if they want it, yeah. Whoa. Oh my god. Jesus. Okay, well, never mind. We lose. This is what the cards were made to do? They were, yeah. This is, I think, actually what they had in mind. They were like, you'll banish all the guys, then he'll pierce you to death. Yeah, we're fucking dead. We're totally dead on board. Probably. Maybe they need to normal one more guy. They're thinking about it. Whatever the situation. Yeah, I don't need to sit through this. You got it. You got it. That was fun. I don't want to ever see that ever again. I would really like to win a die roll tonight. That's okay. We don't need to win a die roll. We've been doing fine going second, and that's because our deck is good going second. We know all the lines, and we know exactly what we're supposed to be doing going second. Okay, this is the best going second hand I could have ever asked for. Sure. The fuck deck is playing this? Tier Lament? They're thinking on it, whatever it is. 35. Yeah, it's a real human. Whoa! Okay. Sure, buddy. Okay. I guess maybe I should maxi in case they just slam down a Diabell star, huh? What'd they grab there? Diabells. Oh, I should have slammed down the fucking maxi. Please don't immediately summon Diabells. Please give me the ability to... Oh, she activates? Hell yeah. You know, this actually just might be worth Ash Blossoming. I know, like, we want the draws, but this is just too much value. Okay. Tails. Oh, if they held an Ash, they're actually a genius. Okay. I'm gonna need, like, a play off the top, because right now we don't have one. Okay, that is... I mean, that is a play. It's not a great one. That's full combo. I believe you. Okay. They said, we're not giving you any draws. That's fine. Go get a white forest. See if I care. If I don't, you can do what you like. Not my problem. Wow, we are still gonna lose. That's crazy, dude. Holy shit. Yeah. Yup. That is fine. Which of the white forest? Okay. We're going in. What are we seeing? Come on, buddy. And they're taking forever to play this very complicated deck. Hey, some of us got places to be, all right? Hurry up and decide what you want to do with your bad deck. Where are we going? Do you have places to be? Okay, I said some of us. It doesn't necessarily have to be me. No, I don't have any place to be. My place to be is in front of here entertaining all of you. And by that, I mean just totally beefing a line. Speaking of beefing a line, what on earth? Okay, well. This ain't pretty, but it is combo. I should have activated Fuelos. What am I doing? So in case anyone's unfamiliar with what happened, Morian has to target a special summoned monster, which means they played that and their only target was their own Diabels. That was our only out, because if they booked our Griffin, then we could not make Gilgamesh and the game ended. Wow, that was miserable. Can we win a die roll so we can flex on them a little bit? Nope. We've won 0 die rolls today. That's okay. No big deal. We've also won most of our games, so that just proves to me that DD is the best going second deck in the format. Okay, I mean, Dominus Impulse and a Dream here. This is a pretty good hand otherwise. Yeah, you know what? I think Dominus Impulse and a Dream might be enough for this one. Here they activate the second one. Fuck you mean add a Bestial from deck to hand? You had plans after the Red Eyes fusion? Okay, that's what I thought. Oh my god, what a rip. Okay, I feel pretty bad about that one. All right, well, let's just do the line. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Hey, how come I couldn't ghost spell that? So that is a mind control. I think we'll be fine. A cop. You got something else for me, buddy? Joseph, why do you think you can't activate Bell? Ah, right, okay. Yes, yes. They definitely go for the Druisworm here, yeah. This is pretty funny. Because it will fuck over the Lance. But we'll still pop it, which means we can still do this. And then we can turn off their trap card. Cool. Oh, in your graveyard. Oh, suck me sideways. Okay, well. Anyway, this. Damn, what do I even want off gate? Kind of nothing. Let's do Gil. The guided discard slime. Yeah. You're right, actually. That is it. You and you. Kepler return to hand effect being the default is so insidious. Tell me about it. Tell me about it, stud. It's this guy, right? Yeah. Get him out there. And I think I'm good without the Ragnarok, thank you. Shit, I kind of want another one. But she's not in the face-up extra. So I guess Scale Surveyor. We'll go Griffin. Nope. Scale Surveyor. Scale Surveyor. And that motherfucker is a 4. So let's make Wisdom King Solomon. Okay, now let's see how long my opponent wants to stick around for me to do my combo. You should be able to kill here. God, I hope so. Damn, I think I want Headhunt. Yeah, because we can't special summon any of the other ones. Marksman Kingtail. My Marksman Kingtail will destroy a monster on my opponent's side of the field. How about that one? Wait. I didn't think it didn't pop. Right. Okay, we have a lot of triggers here. You. And I could bring him back. Yeah, let's. You. Him. There's nothing to foolish. There's always something to foolish. Like, this card. Oh, no thank you. We want to pend out a 4 here? No, certainly not. One of these has a banish effect, right? Yeah. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Gil. 1, 2. Sky King. Pop this. And then we can send Lance again. We'll see you next turn. Let's do our first pendulum summon. Just this guy, please. Then we can go Gungus, bring back the Lance. Damn, this line is hard. Fuck me. Clovis. Clovis trigger. Boy, this doesn't matter. Lance. 2. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Oh, it's a 10. Fuck me. That's fine. We'll use Alfred. Then we'll go Super Doom King Bright. Superman. This one. This one. This one. This one. Okay. This. And this. And this. Damn, this deck is fucking dope as hell. I'm having so much fun. Okay. And then we can go Divisor here. Ugh, okay. Battle. I guess I'm doing this. This doesn't feel right, because it still would be a lot of damage with Ragnarok. What are they? Oh, why can't they activate that effect? Does anyone know? Oh my god, because of white. They can't target my monsters with card effects. Fuck! This deck is good! Oh my god! Oh, I forgot we were half damage. Ugh. All right, I'm done with this. This deck is fun as fuck. It's pretty good. I am surprised. I mean, obviously, big surprise. The DDD deck that was okay in paper is good here. But I was having a lot of fun. Is this the best build? I don't think so, but I did like it for sure. I did like it. I will say the one thing that I was impressed about by this deck was that there was not a single card in here that felt superfluous. There was not a card where I was like, oh, that's not really going to come up. Every single card I was like, nope, I need that, I need that, I need that, I need that. Like, I guess maybe Bright Armageddon is what I would consider the flex slot, or like the second Machinex, but like I really needed both of those quite frequently. Man. Cool ass fucking deck. All right, let's watch the Tier Zoo video.
So if you...
All right, folks, we are going to watch a video and react to it. Lowest effort, sloppiest, shittiest content. But I'm a low effort, sloppy, shitty guy, so let's make it happen. This comes from Zier2, which is Tier Zoo. If you guys are unfamiliar with Mr. Zoo, he actually does like Yu-Gi-Oh! He plays a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! I think he did Duel Mansion. That shit was fun as fuck when we watched that. That was like 3 years ago. But this video is called The Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Game Has Lost the Plot, and I've been told that it is basically him lamenting that trap cards aren't playable anymore, which is funny.
You spent any time on card game YouTube?
You should not be real quick. You should not be spending any time on card game YouTube. Wait a minute. Joseph Rothschild video at the top of card game YouTube? Damn. Hold up. Wait a minute. Thank you, Mr. Algorithm.
You've probably run across some sort of video in the genre of like pro from one card game rates cards from a different card.
It's really cool for him to put up 2 APSs, a card market one, and then 1 CMO. This video could be 900 CMOs.
Game. And these videos are great. They're super fun to watch.
He's watching your vids, bro. Tierzoo, come on, Watsy.
As someone who is proficient, at least, in basically all of the card games, they're really entertaining because you have this like sense of dramatic irony where you know the
That's crazy, by the way. Proficient in every card game? Not me. Could not be me. I'm not proficient in one card game.
answer and they don't, and you know it makes for a great watch. But I think what becomes apparent when you watch a lot of these is just how weird Yu-Gi-Oh is, and
That's
how
true.
unapproachable and how like indecipherable it is, even in comparison to all the other card games, which have their own weird complexities and have their own, you know, quirks and stuff.
That is true. I think that's definitely true. Like, I mean, that's why I made the video, right? But it is also funny to be like, it's totally unapproachable. Magic, you just have to say, you know, SpongeBob, you can play him here too.
Yu-Gi-Oh is like a uniquely difficult one.
Is he proficient at Little Troubles? Tierzoo, learn Little Troubles. The Little Troubles people are ghosting me, by the way. I'm trying to get the Little Troubles video up, and I don't think they want to do it anymore.
Or even pros from the other card games to understand. And I think there's a lot of reasons
Well, that's because most pros are fraudulent.
for it that become pretty obvious once you watch a lot of these videos, and also when you're familiar with the game. So there's a ton of different ways I could approach this. This is going to be kind of an unscripted video, but that's kind of where I want to start, which is that when it comes to pros interacting with Yu-Gi-Oh cards, the thing that they that none of them expect, the thing that none of them anticipate, is the fact that there is no turn 2, basically, ever. Like turn 2, turn 3, completely irrelevant. And so cards are always evaluated on how useful they are, either on turn 1, when you're trying to combo off and go crazy and build the most insane board possible, or on turn 0, where your opponent is taking their first turn and you haven't even had a turn yet, and you have to play on that turn. I don't even
That's probably true, yeah. Although I will say, the reason that a lot of the like professional players in other card games don't understand Yu-Gi-Oh is that they all have a demon in their head, and it is the voice of Richard Garfield. For some reason, no like pro player has the ability to say, "Oh, this game is fundamentally different than Magic the Gathering. I should probably try not evaluating it on the axis of Magic the Gathering." But they still, every one of them looks at Pottery and they go, "We have divination." It's crazy. You just have to, picture in your mind a Richard Garfield shaped hole, and you'll be able to understand Yu-Gi-Oh.
know how to describe it. Like turn 0, you have to be able to respond to what your opponent is doing. That's the power level of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Mental misstep, right? That's how you have to do it. Y'all have mental misstep. Y'all have force of will. Y'all have days. You don't have days. You have force of negation. Yeah, they made a new one.
And so, like, cards are evaluated pretty much exclusively through that lens, where if you can't play them on the first or before the first turn of the game, they're completely useless, which is, like, I think a really strange headspace to try to get in if you're used to playing, like, Magic Gathering or Hearthstone or even Pokemon, where, like, there is a pretty obvious track and, like, a mana curve or whatever, where, you know, there are some good cards that are good because they're really powerful early game pieces, and there's good cards that are really powerful late game pieces, and there's bad cards in each of those categories, too.
It's actually making me think, is there another card game that has as few turns as Yu-Gi-Oh? There's some board games that come to mind where, like, it's just one long setup turn and then you do combat. But like a TCG with the progression of, like, here's my turn, here's your turn, next game. That's actually kind of a rich opportunity, isn't it? To be like, no, yeah, each game is one attack step. Huh. When I inevitably make the Joseph card game where you have to shit out of your doo-doo ass in order to combo off, that'll be what we do.
But in Yu-Gi-Oh, that's not the case. In Yu-Gi-Oh, it is purely like a turn 0, turn 1 game. Obviously, there is, like, games do go to turn 3 in that, like, you're not allowed to attack on the first turn, but usually turn 3 is kind of a formality. Like,
okay, see, like, this is how I can tell that this guy actually knows what he's talking about. Is like, he's like, okay, there is a turn 3, there is a turn 2, but, like, it really is just a discussion of, like, do you, like, let's complete the game now.
you have to be able to just bulldoze someone on the third turn with all the monsters that you've already stacked up ready to attack them. If you're not already prepared for that, like, turn 3 is, like, not relevant. You've already lost. So It's a super interesting card game. It's very unique. I don't like it, to be honest. I think it's very weird. And it has resulted in a lot of things.
Fuck you, Tirzu. Suck my dick. Yu-Gi-Oh is good.
Becoming just completely irrelevant about the game. And the number one thing that bothers me about it is that trap cards fall into that category. Trap cards fall into the category of things that have been completely erased by the speed of the game. Trap cards you cannot use on your first turn of the game. You have to set them down. There's a few exceptions to that, but we're not talking about those. In general, trap cards like work as you have to set them down, which means they're not useful when you're trying to go crazy first turn, and they're not useful in interrupting your opponent when you haven't even had a chance to play yet. And so they've been basically like kind of stealth replaced by something called hand traps. Now, hand traps are basically like they're.
Wait, there's no way this 2018 video snuck into 2025. There's no way. It is true that trap cards are different than they were, you know? It used to be like a powerful thing you'd set that would interrupt your opponent's play on a future turn, and now it is functionally exactly the same as a monster. Like, what's the difference between Dracotail Flame and a monster with Dracotail Flame's effect, right? I mean, the thing that he's identifying is real in that the super types in Yu-Gi-Oh! Aren't real. They're totally fabrications. There's no difference between Imperm and Effect Veiler in terms of what super type they are. They could be either. There's no reason for either of them to be what they are. What is important is the type of interaction they represent.
Usually like monster abilities in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Traps are now engine requirements that get set from the deck. Exactly, yeah.
Where you discard them to activate their ability, and that ability, that effect, is itself basically a trap card. Like like, for instance, when was the last time you saw a generic trap card that was meant to be set and then activated? Like, the only ones that come to my mind are exactly DDKC and Floodgates. Like, the ones that are currently being banned out. Important trap card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a card called Ash Blossom, which basically says counter the next time, like negate the next time your opponent would try to search their deck. The next ability, the next whatever spell, the spell card, monster effect, whatever, if it results in them looking through their deck, you can shut that down. Or even just drawing, I think you can shut down too. I don't know, that's kind of a minor point.
People still play Solemns, they play a Sol. Yeah, Solemns, I guess I would say.
That is one of the most important going second.
Black Goat, but the point of Black Goat isn't that you set it and you win. I mean, you would play it to get off the rest sometimes, but a lot of the decks that are playing it have a way to integrate it into a combo string, right?
Cards is pretty weird. And I think it shows pretty much exactly how insane Yu-Gi-Oh! Has gotten. But there's a lot more that I want to say about Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, the turn 0, turn 1 format of it is, I think, a big problem that keeps players away from the game. But there's a ton of other weird things about.
I'll be honest, I think the reason that keeps players away from the game is that they're just not imaginative. Like, they're like, turn 0, turn 1, that's different than Magic, so I have no vocabulary for it. Like, I think it's a totally, ooh, let me throw up the Surfshark picture too. I definitely should be doing that. They're going to come for my ass. They're going to say, what the fuck?
Yu-Gi-Oh! That I think I want to talk about too. So I watched a video recently by a channel called Team APS. These are
fuck those guys.
Group of dudes that make Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, and one of the ones that they
fucking hate Team APS. Well, unfortunately, we were the Shuffle Up and Play that's coming out, Team APS was supposed to be on it, but it was Larry, I think, and he got sick at the last second.
Posted recently was a sort of long form, almost like podcasty type video titled "Which Summoning Mechanic Killed Yu-Gi-Oh!"
Wait, why the fuck is Leah Asimov in this picture? By the way, everyone subscribe to Amplifier.
And it was interesting to see them kind of run through all of the different like summoning mechanics and how they were received upon release and that type of thing. Let me get some water. Just kidding. Water's for losers. We got A&W Zero.
That's a psychopathic drink. A&W Zero sugar. That's unbelievable. A&W Zero sugar. Wow. I didn't even know they made that.
And it's tasty. Anyway, okay, so the summon.
I had one earlier today. I'll check it out, man. I'm a Barks man myself. Barks has bite.
Mechanics. These are, I think, the most.
I grew up around Mormons, a lot of Mormons in Topeka, Kansas, and so I know all my root beers.
Unique and special thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, I said the fact that I said that the whole turn 0, turn 1 format thing was unique. That's uniquely bad. What's uniquely good about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the extra deck. The extra deck mechanics are what make it definitively unique and cool and special. I think it's one of the most innovative aspects of the game that other card games, as far as I know, don't really have. Magic.
Well, Magic had it for a second. Can we get dirty soda with Danny? You would want a dirty soda with Danny. I'm trying to get a dirty soda with Danny. Come to America. We will go get a dirty soda. We'll go get a filthy slut soda. They all. What if all the Mormon dirty soda places were named the way they name like vegan restaurants? Be like dishwater fuck soda.
It doesn't really have anything like it except for kind of like the command zone, which is one card.
No, the command zone isn't it's not like a Magic mechanic. That's like a Mario Party, like for fun way to play the game, right? That's not like a real way people play it.
I don't think Pokemon has anything like that. Hearthstone doesn't really count. But over the years, they've introduced a ton of new extra deck mechanics. And in doing so, I think they've kind of like lost the plot a bit in terms of like what they're actually doing.
Yeah, that's true.
So the first two summoning mechanics in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right from the get-go, right from the jump, was ritual summoning and fusion summoning. So ritual summoning wasn't from the extra deck, but I'm going to include it anyway because it should have been.
Yeah, like obviously. They remade it in Rush and it is.
And also because it is like one of the first unique mechanics. Anyway, those two things, fusions and rituals, made like intuitive sense. So diegetic game mechanics.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. Rituals do not make sense. I hate to be like this. Ritual summoning is not something that makes sense. Because tribute summoning is in the game. It's like, how do you tribute summon? You offer a monster on your side of the field as a sacrifice to summon a powerful monster. Okay. How does tribute summoning work? You offer a monster on your side of the field or in your hand as a powerful sacrifice to make a powerful monster. Oh. How's that different? Well, you have to draw a spell card first. All right.
Are game mechanics which like have in-universe explanations for
I'm ready to hear what the diegetic reason for ritual summoning is.
Or why the code in the game is written a certain way, or why the math in the game works out this way, or that sort of thing. Like, for example, like in, I don't know, Call of Duty or Halo, the sniper rifle does more damage than the pistol. Why is that? Like, why are the numbers higher for the sniper rifle bullet than for the pistol bullet? And the reason is because that's meant to reflect the real world reality, which is that sniper rifle bullets can do more damage than a pistol can. They can
Is that true?
travel faster, they can travel farther, they have more kinetic energy in them, and so they take out more of your health bar when they hit you, that type of thing. A similar thing is true with Yu-Gi-Oh! So like fusions,
I don't think that's true. I'm looking up sniper, rifle, bullet. Oh my god. Dude, what is my favorite YouTube star doing in these images? Oh my god! Chad, is he okay?
in the name, everyone understands what's going on with a fusion. You're taking two
That's
creatures
mean.
or potentially more and combining them
That's
into a
mean.
new one. Like Gaia the Fierce Knight and Curse of Dragon combine into Gaia the Dragon Champion, which is literally Gaia the Fierce Knight riding Curse of Dragon instead of riding his usual horse. And this makes him slightly stronger than usual. A similar thing is true of Ritual
Not remotely relative to this video. Really weird that that's become a meme, right? Hey, you remember this guy got fucking blown up? We all watched it on Twitter 1,000 times. Yeah, that's just what memes are now, is people dying. Do you see the new epic meme? Someone dies. Like, what the fuck? What's going on, man?
Summoning, like, it's a little bit more high concept, but I think
It's been like that for a couple years now.
Of, like, doing a sort of dark ritual. I think it makes at least sort of intuitive sense that there would be some monsters that have like a higher expectation of what's being offered to them in exchange for being able to call them forth in battle. It's not exactly as like obvious as fusions, but it's way more obvious than any other ones. Okay, so like those two right from the jump, people got what was going on.
It started with that
like
fucking monkey Harambe, man.
You had to either you had to summon by just tributing lower level monsters or any monster really. So to summon Blue Eyes White Dragon, summon Skull, Dark Magician, you had to sacrifice monsters on your side of the field in order to bring them out.
Okay.
Like that on some level makes sense that some monsters like expect some level of like honor or like sustenance or something in order to grace your board with their presence. And the ritual monsters are just like kind of an extra step on top of that. Like you had to really go through the motions if you wanted to be able to bring them into the fight. Like
yeah, there's already a problem there because all the ritual monsters sucked balls, right? You know what also was weird? I was talking to the professor about magic stuff, and he was like, yeah, we've eroded magic to remove the racist cards and the slavery. And I was like, the racist cards? I went, the slavery? He's like, yeah. So the way it used to be is you're both planeswalkers and you conjure these demons and monsters from the ether. So like if you want to summon like an angry ape, you go whoom, and somewhere in the world an angry ape is pulled out of reality and placed in front of you to fight for you. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, so if you summon like a proper noun guy, you're just like, they were just taken to you and you could make them do what you wanted. That's like the in-universe reason for the legend rule. And I was like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, and they changed it to be you are creating a mana construct of that character. And I was like, oh,
If you wanted
okay.
to summon Blackluster Soldier, you couldn't just sacrifice like 2 little chump monsters. You had to
Because I was ready to be like, that's not slavery. And then he described it and I was like, that's slavery.
sacrifice at least one like really big monster. You had to sacrifice a level 8 or higher creature or multiple, but like the offering had to be sufficient or whatever. Like you can kind of make a diegetic in-universe explanation as to why those monsters could only be summoned through that type of means. But as far as I can tell, like none of the other summoning mechanics have any sort of explanation. Like, okay, so first there's synchro summoning, which uses a tuner monster, which is just like a new mechanic that they added to the game after the original series had its run. You know, they got through the Duelist, the original Yu-Gi-Oh, they got through Yu-Gi-Oh GX, and they're like, well, we need to do something else. We're gonna add these tuner monsters, and these tuner monsters can be sacrificed from your field alongside other monsters, and as long as they're level on the monsters, which, if we're being honest, the levels like the levels also never seem to really matter, other than like once you hit a certain level you had to sacrifice, and once you hit a certain level beyond that you had to sacrifice more. That's all that there was. Like there was no meaningful difference between like a level 5 and a level 6.
I mean, this is true, but also, I don't know, just sort of a consequence of Yu-Gi-Oh being developed in an afternoon.
Or level 7, level 8, or upwards beyond that, really. Tuner monsters, it was never really clear what made a monster a tuner, and it was never really clear why they were able to be sacrificed alongside other monsters of a particular level in order to bring forth Stardust Dragon.
They were tuning. The original tuners, they're all like music, right?
Or whatever else, like, synchro monster you wanted, you know, Ice Barrier Dragon or whatever. Like, what was it about them that made it so you could do that? Yeah,
that's a good point. Why is a tuner a tuner? That's not really a well-explored question. What makes a monster a tuner? It says tuner on it. But of course, what makes a monster a ritual monster? That it has blue, right? Like, why is Dark Magician of Chaos not a ritual monster, but Magician of Black Chaos is a ritual monster? Well, one of them's blue, right?
Assumed at first that it...
The only ones that make sense are the fusion monsters that are obviously a fusion of 2 monsters. Like, why is Mystical Sand made with 2 unrelated monsters? Who knows?
It was like, so they were called tuners, and so it was tuning as like you would tune an engine. You know, they were like mechanics.
Yeah.
They were the little grunts that like would take apart other creatures and then build on themselves. I think the first synchro monster I saw was Junk Warrior, which used junk synchron. And so it was like they were synthesizing the junk onto themselves to become a more powerful creature. And so it wasn't really like a ritual, and it was more of a fusion, but it was like more of like improvised fusions. Like the tuner monster was like kind of just grabbing whatever it could get around itself.
He's like inventing a really good justification for these cards. He's like, there's no justification for these cards. And now he's like, although, if I put my mind to it.
From the scraps of other creatures that you just sacrificed in order to build on itself to become something greater. Like that made sense for a few of the monsters, like Junk Warrior. But none of the other ones, really. Like you could make Stardust Dragon out of any 2 monsters as long as one of them was a tuner and their levels out.
Damn.
Up to 8. Why? Why does that matter? And I think... So my assumption was the whole tuning thing, like you would tune a machine, but because it's called synchronization, I think it's more like they're trying to invoke the idea of like tuning a song or like an instrument or like a tuning fork. Like it's about synchronizing the frequencies like you would for a sound and like matching the resonance of 2 different entities in order to like, but why does that result in a totally different thing? It never really made intuitive sense. I don't know. I've asked Yu-Gi-Oh players like, so what are you doing when you're synchronizing synchro summoning? What
are you putting a tuner and a non-tuner together? What does that mean? Well, you know.
What does that mean? Like, you know what fusioning means. You know why 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons makes Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, a 3-headed Blue Eyes White Dragon.
But again, that's true. That is true for fusions that make sense, right? Like, why is Fusionist made with Mystical Sheep number 2, right? You know, why is Musician King made with the cards that it's made with, right?
You get what that is about. You know, you get why Dragon Master Knight, a fusion of Blackluster Soldier and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, which is literally just Blackluster Soldier riding Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. You get what's going on there. You know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that one out. Okay, but synchro summoning, what is it? You know, and it's a similar thing with the mechanic that came directly after synchro summoning, which is I think Xyz summoning, XYZ. I'm not exactly sure how to say it. I think it's Xyz summoning, but it's like.
It's Xyz summoning.
You overlay 2 monsters that have the same level.
Okay, I hate to be like this. Xyz makes sense. Xyz actually makes sense, right? I understand this argument for everything but Xyz.
Again with the levels like never meant anything at first. They were like a sort of ad hoc like or post hoc addition to the game because they were meant to like reflect mana in Magic the Gathering, because Yu-Gi-Oh itself was basically just like an anime version of Magic.
Right.
That's how it was in the original like manga. I'm not exactly a manga expert, I've never read it, but that's the explanation I've read from other people, is that Yu-Gi-Oh was just heavily inspired, and yeah, you get it. But the levels themselves never really meant anything, and they were really more meant to reflect like a mana cost, similar to Magic the Gathering. But they never, because there's no mana in Yu-Gi-Oh, they couldn't really do that, and so they had to like figure out, even though like all these cards had level values that were mana values, because there was no mana, they had to figure out something else to do with that, and so they just like started using it in other summoning mechanics. And like use it as like not quite a resource, but a sort of thing you had to finesse around and something you had to keep track of, even though it also wasn't super intuitive. You can totally see how the level system on the cards in Yu-Gi-Oh was meant to be mana. If you play any of the early video games, one of my favorites is one called Duelist of the Roses, and
Cards should be intuitive. Anyway, my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh game is Duelist of the Roses.
in that game, like you literally like accumulate mana every turn. If you spend it, it goes away. But if you don't summon any monsters for a turn, you gain more the following turn, so you can bring out an even bigger monster the next turn than you would have been able to previously. Yeah, like it's clear that's the direction they originally wanted to go.
I don't think that's true at all.
And it's, you know, they kind of.
I think that like maybe you played Duelist of the Roses early, and that game that is not Yu-Gi-Oh kind of colored your expectations for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Screwed themselves by implementing their first rulebook, which didn't really involve levels hardly at all. But the developers of the video games were able to kind of rectify that issue and make a much more playable, much more intuitive version of the level system in the video games.
Are we still talking about Duelist of the Roses? Because Roses came out way after the advanced rulebook, right? Am I crazy?
And
also the early video games are fucking awful.
Wish that I wish they'd gone in more of that direction for the real game, because it makes way more sense. It gives them way more freedom to design cards. You know, there's cards that like in the game literally like give you mana. Like there's like I think there's like a flip effect monster that like gives you bonus mana. There's like spell cards that do that. So it totally makes sense for the level system to be mana. It doesn't have to be like literally exactly like Magic the Gathering, where you play a land and you have mana, or like Hearthstone, where you just get an additional one every turn. There could be a cool way to do it, but like there being a resource in the game was clearly like the intention, and they just didn't end up going that route, and that resulted in the massive chaos that is Yu-Gi-Oh now. Anyway, Xyz summoning also, like that I have no idea. Like I know what a synchronization, I know what the word synchronization at least means, I know what tuning at least means, but as far as I can tell, XYZ is just a made up string of letters.
You build the overlay network, buddy. Get your ass in the overlay network.
You know, the last three letters of the alphabet makes a new word, I guess. And so what that is, I'm not sure. And it's just like, there's so many other directions they could have gone with Yu-Gi-Oh in order to like make new ideas for new card types. You know, if they wanted to do the whole space theme, they could have done like a sort of Gundam, like mech warrior type thing, where like you could have certain creatures pilot this like mech creature.
That's a great idea. Can you think of maybe a deck that does that? Maybe some sort of deck where like you have one big guy, and like depending on what modules they have installed, they have different effects, and maybe peeps won't shut the fuck up about it.
Beast robot thing. You know, you could like put creatures inside of the driver's seat of other cards.
Oh, like what if like you could have like a vehicle, and a monster could like equip themselves to it to pilot it, and the vehicle got extra effects based on if it was being, maybe the effects they already had, but they were like quick effects because there was someone at the controls. They could like patrol the board and plunder the opponent.
That would make sense. Magic the Gathering eventually did something like that. But no, it's just like
Did we beat Magic the Gathering to vehicles? Like, Giant Kozaki was out like a decade earlier.
New creature type that has like limited use abilities, and the number of times you can use them is like the number of monsters that you stacked under the card. So like, why? Again, it's just like, who decided? How does this make any sense? What are we doing? You know, it makes it all the more difficult in order to explain to a new player, like why are you allowed to do this? Pendulum summoning, I'm not even gonna get into because it's
thank the fucking Lord. Oh man, a small miracle. Oh, geez. Oh, thank God. Oh, whew. That would have been an hour of my life I wasn't getting back. Hey. Not really. You want to put her in the box? Hope for the best? How's she been? Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Too silly, and nobody likes it. Even the people who made the game have basically tried to bury it.
I like pendulums.
And then beyond that, there's link summoning, which, as far as I can tell, is just tribute summoning from the extra deck, which really makes it. It shows how far power creep has gotten, where like you don't even have to draw summon skill now. You just always have it in your.
You're actually going tomorrow, right? Oh, 2:30 is fine. We can do 3. Any day where you're not going, I can do 3.
Hand, except it's not summon skull. It's like the craziest, most overpowered creatures the game has ever seen, and you just always have access to them. As long as you've got the materials on the field, you can just bring them out from nowhere. You don't have to ever draw them. So, and again, it's just like, why is it link? I'm not really sure. It has a sort of like.
I mean, I agree that link monsters are like frustrating, and like don't have a lot of flavor to them, but mechanically they are the extra deck type that feels the most fleshed out, right? Like, what is the functional difference between a synchro and an Xyz? Just an argument about like same or different levels. How about link monsters? Well, the arrows actually give them a meaningful difference. So I think that, I don't know.
Cybernetic, like you're pulling something from like the internet or like the cloud, like the, I don't know, digital space. It's not exactly clear why you're able to link 2 creatures together, 2 monsters together, and then that becomes, I don't know, Nightmare Phoenix or whatever the heck. But it's so far beyond like, I tribute 3 monsters to bring out Slife of the Sky Dragon. That took me 15 turns to set up. Like, now you just do it whatever. And there's so.
This is so crazy. Like, oh man, this is really debilitating to hear. It's just like, just kind of bargain brand criticisms, you know? One of those things where like someone who has not spent a lot of time having to field off complaints is like, don't worry, I've got the complaint that'll defeat you. You know what it reminds me of? When like Reddit atheists would be like, why do good things happen to bad people, to like shut down epic Christ tards, right? And then, you know, if they got in an argument with someone who was like a theologian, they'd be like, buddy, we have been fucking hashing this one out for 1,000 years. You're not going to beat us with like what you read in a Ricky Gervais book, you know?
Many creatures that like when you play them, it just happens. You're able to get another one from your deck. It's a whole mess. It's totally wild. But as a whole, Yu-Gi-Oh's extra deck mechanic is really cool, and I feel like if they were to start over, which
so this is kind of the weird part for me. He's like, the first 5 minutes was about trap cards, and then it was just the extra deck is the best part of Yu-Gi-Oh, followed by 10 minutes of complaining about the extra deck. Like, wait, I don't get it. So was the extra deck good or not?
They really should start over. Like, trying to build on the mess that
they did start over. It's Rush Duel. They did a start over.
Is modern Yu-Gi-Oh! It feels impossible. And I know it sounds ridiculous to ask a major corporation to start their game over, but they've done it before. Like, they've tried several times with, like, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links and Rush Duel and Speed Duel and all these other things. Like, they've reset the game.
Well, I mean, doesn't that kind of defeat your point then? They did try multiple times and it hasn't taken yet. Rush Duel is taken.
Back to nothing and added new rules, changed rules, removed rules. They've done that several times, and it's like they've come close several times where they've made it good. Like Duel Links was really good when it first came out, and then they just couldn't help themselves and had to let things spiral out of control again.
Like, do you think that's what happened with Duel Links? That they decided one day they were like, time to make it bad, you know? Or do you think maybe it was like the group of people who are like, I want Blue Eyes White Dragon, attack your Dark Magician, are not as numerous as they would need to be to have like a pre-modern fan base or something.
But anyway, like they could start over with the extra deck mechanic and just have everything be like an extra monster right from the jump, okay? And I think if they were to do that, a lot of things would make way more sense. There's always been creatures that like there's never really been a place for now or ever, because they had to go in the deck because there was no other designation they could be. There was only at the time there was only fusions, only rituals, and regular main deck creatures. But now, if they wanted to like remake, I don't know, Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon or Dark Sage or whatever, they could just be extra deck creatures that like are allowed to be summoned.
That's crazy, dude. This entire thing was a complaint about ass traps. He was like, what about the 2 ass traps? I hate to be like this. Don't we have those? What if we had a Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon, but it lived in the extra deck, and it was called something like Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, or Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon, or, right? Like, we have one of those for every summoning type.
When a specific condition is met. It would be that simple. This is something I honestly wish
Red Eyes Flash
would
Dragon
do too. I think that'd be a really,
Red Eyes
really
Chungus
cool
Dragon
mechanic. What I would compare modern Yu-Gi-Oh to is like if you were to try to play modern Pokemon with Mega Evolutions and Z moves and Dynamaxing and Terrestrialization and whatever their next big mechanic is, like all at the same time. Like you have to keep track of everything. You have to be aware of how all.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to put this baby down.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Up. Hey, I got time.
These weird things from a decade and a half ago, how they worked and how they work now, and all the weird interactions between those that the creators of the game never planned for, and trying to make that all work, like, it's such a mess. Like, and this is the issue, and I think this might be why they've stopped making new types of cards, is because every time they release a new type of card, it always like skirts the rules or like skirts the built-in restrictions of previous cards.
This is true, yeah.
Like they'll always, like, you know, when they released Synchro Monsters, they put a lot of cards out that like
red
summon
card.
monsters,
Wear red card.
you can't use those for synchro summoning because that would be too broken. Now that there's synchros, but now that there's Xyz and links on top of that, those restrictions no longer really matter because no one's playing synchros now. Now they're playing link monsters. They're probably playing both, but you get the idea. Like they couldn't plan for that in advance, and they made these new creatures that just naturally, like, well, sure you can't sacrifice them, sure you can't synchro summon, sure you can't overlay, sure you can't, you know, attack with them. So they're kind of just a body to defend with, unless we release a whole new mechanic, in which case they're extremely overpowered, and you can use them to just do whatever the heck you want. Because now you can just link something, and now that new thing that you've linked over it doesn't have those restrictions, and now you can use that for whatever else. So it's there's so many weird things that I think just resetting and trying to do a whole extra deck mechanic thing would solve a ton of the issues. Anyway.
I don't know, man. It's just so weird to say this when there have been so many attempts to do so. They sold Speed Duel in stores, in packs. They never made it to synchros. And it didn't do well. Right?
I would love to know what Yu-Gi-Oh players think about this little ramble of mine. This was a first for the channel in that I'm not scripting this at all. I wrote a few notes over here, but unscripted totally, and which is why it's a lot less structured. Similar to the game itself, which also seems very jumbled and messy and all that. Yu-Gi-Oh is something that I wish I could be more into, but it's just so totally unapproachable. I hope this video wasn't
skill issue. What can I say?
The normal, usual complaints that Yu-Gi-Oh players hear, because I know like everyone always brings up that silly like Endymion creature.
This is pretty much exactly the complaints we always hear. Oh!
That has like a billion words on it or whatever, and it's like, look, this is what's
we got a new
Yu-Gi-Oh.
one now.
That creature never really was important anyway.
He was okay. He was playable. The new one is Sovereign Emperor Zero King Paradox.
And so, like, I hope these are more like a more realistic dissection of the game and a more adequate description of like what the common person thinks of your game, because
this is such a kind of weird, frustrating hedging he's doing here at the end, where he's like, I hope my criticisms were cool enough for the Yu-Gi-Oh players. Like, I hope I wasn't one of those boomers making all the boring criticisms. I hope I was making good criticisms. It's like, dude, you don't have to worry about that type of stuff. Don't worry about it.
It's not the card text. Yes, the massive complexity is an issue. Like the fact that in order to properly respond to someone's
plays, then he can't help himself. He's like, of course they were right.
What they're doing. Like, I don't know whether or not to try to stop you from doing something because I don't know what you're searching for until you've already searched for it, that type of thing. You really have to like already know the ins and outs of every card. You know, in Magic, you kind of want to know too at the really, really high levels. Like, yeah, okay, they're probably gonna play this card next, but like, you don't have to know.
Damn, he snuck in the best criticism of the game at the very end. That you have to intuit what Branded Fusion does.
Their entire cards.
Leah,
like,
thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good one.
A Beast King type creature, or like Fire King. That's archetype, right? Fire Kings? I don't know. Like, if you have a card that says, search any Fire King card from your deck, like, I have no idea how big of a threat that is, because I don't know off the top of my head what every Fire King card does. You know what I mean? Anyway, I was in the middle of concluding this video, and I decided to go on a whole other rant.
That's every card game, though? No. No, it isn't. I'm sorry. No, it's not. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is far and away the hardest to intuit from a knowledge base of nothing.
The game is a mess, and I hope one day that they try to fix it, because like an anime Magic the Gathering is really cool. A game where like you're playing with your main game pieces, your main deck, but then like if the situation arises, if you can manage to arrange to allow
an anime Magic the Gathering. You mean like Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? Because
the stars to align, you can bring out an extra deck monster that's like really, really strong. That's like a really cool gameplay loop. Whereas now it's just like, it's effectively, you're only trying to do that. You're only trying to play with the billion card, the 15 extra deck cards are basically just cards in your hand you always have access to. And they're always, and so you're always working towards that. Whereas like, I think how it should be is like, you're playing with your main deck, and then maybe you can sneak in the scenario where you can bring out an extra deck thing. But if your opponent can disrupt that, then you're stuck just fighting tooth and nail with your regular creatures. And that should still be feasible and still be fun. Yeah, anyway, those are my thoughts. I hope you liked it. If you're a
play
YouTuber,
Regenesis.
let me know what you think. If you're
you can play Regenesis and get that
gameplay, let me know what
gameplay.
you think as well. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I hope you'll stick around for whatever the heck I'm ranting about next time.
This is just always such a, whoa, what are these recommendeds? Just always such a, you know what, actually, since I'm just going to be sitting here, I'm going to get the kid and like calm her a little bit, if that's okay with y'all. Sorry about this. Good. What do you want? You want to suck on Daddy's finger a little bit? Say, let me suck on Daddy's finger. Let me tell you what she's saying. What do you think about this Tier Zoo video? She's getting shy. What do you think? What do you think about the Tier Zoo video? I gotta agree. Honestly, I have to fucking agree. That's like totally true. Wait a minute. Can she say that shit? She kind of fucked it up. Wait a minute. Okay, she's sucking on the fanga now. All right, she's calming down. Anyway, no. So this is just the position I'm in. Is the video was largely unstructured, obviously, but I'm always just kind of taken aback by the existence of these videos, because they pine for a Yu-Gi-Oh! That was just a blip in the grand scheme of like the game, right? It's like a type of Yu-Gi-Oh! That existed for being generous here. I mean, he was describing Synchros as this huge innovation, maybe a 6-year period in a game that's been going on 26 years. You know, for how long are we going to, you know, whinge for the nostalgia of a card game in its infancy, you know? And to be clear, I think there's a really good argument that it's not like this, the type of gameplay that he wants ever really existed outside Playgrounds. I think that a lot of the frustrations that he has are a little misplaced. It is frustrating that there's like a whole bunch of combo pieces and extenders and shit you don't understand just living in the extra deck, and that there's not a very clean differentiation between what guys in the extra deck are. Like, what is the difference between a Synchro and a Link monster? Well, one has arrows on it. You know, they both send cards from your side of the field to the graveyard in order to get a big guy from the extra deck that can be, you know, maybe related to them. But I don't see why those are problems with the extra deck, you know, as a concept. And I think what's going on here is he feels sort of, not to project too much, a sort of, miasmic, is that a word? A sort of unfocused frustration with the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh is really hard and impermeable and unapproachable and has to lay the blame somewhere, right? But doesn't really have a good idea where the blame should be laid. And I understand that. I think that's like I think that's a feeling that everyone kind of has a lot of the time, like when they are trying to get into Yu-Gi-Oh in any sort of meaningful way. I get that for sure. Unfortunately, I think that the killer argument against his position is your ideology was tried, you know? Like they did speed duel, it didn't take. They won't bring rush duel over because they're afraid it would take. Duel Links was petering out, and so they've ramped it up as much as they possibly can. I don't know. I think that it's so frustrating. I think that so many of people's problems with Yu-Gi-Oh! That stem from like the fundamentals of it, the fact that it exists as a Magic ripoff and rips it off in a way that produces really unfun, frustrating games, can be solved by just playing Rush. I just don't think there's a lot of opportunities to do so. Give me Yu-Gi-Oh! From 2010 to 2016. I'd cut out 2016, but that was a great time to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! But also included a lot of bullshit combos. I think this is like the perfect example of a guy jumping into Yu-Gi-Oh! For the first time, being a Magic and Hearthstone player and just being totally lost. What are you going to link me with the Rarin one? Oh, Day 9? Okay, well, here's what I'll say about the Day 9 gameplay. Firstly, Day 9 does not give the game a fair shake. Like, from the beginning, he's like, I like fucking making fun of Yu-Gi-Oh!, so I'm just going to do that the whole time. And secondly, I think what people are frustrated with is that like a lot of the skills you pick up with Hearthstone and with Magic just do not transfer to Yu-Gi-Oh! At all. It is much more similar to like to fighting games in that the margins are really tight. Much more similar to like League of Legends, where you have to kind of know a Wikipedia's worth of information about the items and weapons and commonly played cards before you can hop in it. StarCraft in terms of like managing things, like it literally just is a game that doesn't test like the mana management that gets you pretty far in every game. Like there are a ton of games that take inspiration from Magic where if you curve out, you're going to do fine. And this is just not one of them. You know what I mean? I think we should all play Digimon instead. I love Digimon, man. I think Digimon is a really good game. I think Digimon is one of the games that sometimes I like to think about like what video gaming would look like if Magic the Gathering was never released. And Digimon is one of those games where I'm like, in a world where Magic never existed, I could still see this game coming out. Gundam TCG stream win? I gotta be honest with you all. I do not have any interest in the Gundam TCG. I do not have any interest in the One Piece TCG. I am shocked that people are enjoying it as much as they are. Like, more power to them. I'm glad you like One Piece. Those two games are not interesting to me at all. Flesh and Blood, at least I understand the allure of it. I'm like, oh, I see why someone could like this. It's maybe not for me, but I understand why someone could like this. Those other games, I'm like, oh my god. Same with Lorcana. I'm like, oh, jeez. Little Troubles? Yeah, I could see how you like Little Troubles. Yeah, like that's an obvious one. Those games are more about the associated IP. Yeah, and I just don't care about that, right? All right. Well, that's going to be all we're going to do today with respect to Yu-Gi-Oh! On Mondays and Wednesdays, we like to flip over to a little bit of variety, and that means Isaac. We are going to do a little bit of Isaac, and I've got the kid on my lap, so you're going to have to, forgive me if I fucking suck at it. Could a mod please swap her out? Hi. Here's what I'm going to do, too. Oh. Don't say fuck near your kid. She can't hear shit. She probably can. What do you think her first word is going to be? I've been having... Okay, this is going to sound insane. Just so you guys know, so you are not allowed to call me insane for thinking this. I've been having prophetic dreams about the child. That's like, it's not weird. It's actually normal. But I've been having prophetic dreams about the child. Yeah, that happens. That's like crazy. Like what? Oh, this is a great one to start with. I will do the Fates reward run. I need her to stop sucking on my finger. Tired. I dreamed that the labor was going to be really easy, and then it was. Although she came way too early, that's why it was so easy. And I dreamed that that her first word was going to be no. Her first word was going to be no. So we'll see if that really happened. You got to learn that one. No, man. Having a great time doing what I'm doing. I'll say it to CJ Alex when he says, can I get unbanned? Chucky Finster, baby. And I'm the original creepypasta, Chucky Finster. Did you ban him? No. Analog horror parenting. Her first word is going to be, I will replace you. What's the one with the replacing people? These people replace each other. The Mandela catalog. You guys remember when people were trying to tell us that that was like interesting at all? Did you dream about her finding Mindfang's journal and using it to locate the fluoride octet? I did. I've given her a gift. It is a cue ball, which can help her communicate with powerful spirits. Dude, analog horror is literally 100% bad. It was so frustrating as someone who, like, early adopter of Local 58, by the way. I was like, what else should I watch if I really like this? And everyone told me a bunch of stuff that's disastrous. That was so bad. They were like, you should watch this. And I was like, okay. And I watched it and I was like, that was for babies. Do you have one that maybe is for adults? They were like, what do you mean? One of the frightening things is it's characters that you know and love too. You know? Okay, we're not doing this one. Have you tried Monument Mythos? Couldn't get into it. Could not get into it. Well, the Martyr's good. We can do better. Dunce Cap is good. We can do better. Have you had your wisdom teeth removed? I've had all but one removed. And horrifyingly, they were like, it's coming in normal. You'll be fine. I went to the dentist. And the dentist, the most recent time I went, was like, so when are you getting your wisdom tooth out? And I was like, never? What the fuck do you mean? When am I getting my wisdom tooth out? And they're like, well, you know, you're going to want to get it out before you're old. And I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm done. But apparently I'm not done. I think I'll probably be fine with this one forever. It don't hurt or nothing. The actual problem with it has nothing to do with how it's growing, but the fact that it's so far back, it's hard to clean. So like when it's not like an if, it's a when I get a cavity on that thing, and then we'll probably have to take it out. My dentist told me my wisdom teeth fit perfectly. You're the next stage in human evolution, Adamata. What do you want me to say? I had mine removed at age 16, I think. And I remember I have very little memory of, like, the procedure. Well, no, obviously, because I was out. I have a ton of memories of actually right before the procedure. The last thing I remember was the doctors talking about the movie Back to the Future. They were like, that's a good damn movie. And I was like, it is. And they were like, see? Yeah, he said it's a good movie, too. It was a very strange thing. And then what I remember after, I've probably said this a million times, is my mom took me to Wendy's to get like a Frosty. And the song Moves Like Jagger had just come out. And I was listening to it for the first time, and I was like, eye off my fucking ass. And I was like, this is the worst song I've ever heard. And my mom was like, what? And I was like, fuck do you mean Moves Like Jagger? He's like 90. This song doesn't make any sense. But I stand by that. That song is horseshit. Oh my god, what is this? First floor. This is a promising start. Maroon 6-7. Wait a minute, that shit's funny as fuck. Do people get boners when they're on anesthesia? I don't think so. I was thinking the whole time, I was like, what if I say something evil and fucked up? They're going to go, you said something evil and fucked up. Do you banter with your dentist? I've told this story a million times, but you all know about the wisdom dentist. Do I think I'm doing this. I'm going to donate. Like, if I die, I just want to have donated a whole bunch of money, right? There we go. Locked it already. I'm so scared I'll say something bad. Like, there's so many evil things I could say. I'll wake up and they'll be like, you were singing a very specific song. What is age regression? And I'll be like, ah! Did it sound like Die with a Smile? You know it did. A lot of money out of that. Almost fucking took a hit. No thanks. No thanks. No thanks. Maybe. That's not a bad item. That's a way better item. Am I crazy? I fucking love Epiphoria. I think it's like one of the best items in the game. I feel like I'm like so many people totally discount the power of this item. Look at this fucking thing. I'm soy milking. I'm soying. Wait a minute. Run saved? Especially with Spectral. Look at this. Okay, don't need that. Finger bone, no effect for the lost. Okay. Ooh, I really want Mom's key. I shouldn't have given all that money. Shit. I didn't even have to do that room. Bomb dono machine, who cares? Me! I haven't gotten it to $9.99 yet. Don't you get an unlock for that? No shot. Well, easy come, easy go, I guess. Kinda insano start. I know, I'm pretty excited about it. Of course, a lot can happen. Hate these guys. Oh! Ugh. I'm gonna hide on barrel. Thanks, Epiphoria. Right. Ooh, nope. Okay, time to make the decision. Are we going devils or angels? We still have not gone angels. We always go devils on this guy. We would go down. Let's do devils. Angel time? I'll do angels. For you guys, I'll do angels. But I'm going to have to try and find the secret room. Here, perhaps? Nope. Here, perhaps. Hi. Fuck on my finger. Nope. Okay, it's in some weird location. I guess there's one other location we could go. Angel, since you have pentagram? Sure. I'm doing this one-handed, courtesy of the child. Please no enemies. Thank you. Hi, how are you doing? I made this song for my enemies. Do you guys remember that song? That shit was fucking tough. Okay, I guess we got 15 anyway, so... That's unbelievable. How did we do that? Mom's key on the character that gets 1,000,000 chests, if you insist. Let's see if that's the chariot, and we can go into the room. The Emperor. Yeah, I like the Emperor. Can we add I made this song for my enemies to the pre-stream? Yes. It's a perfect pre-stream song. It's probably better than Fingerbone, which does literally nothing. Good. Can you calm down a little bit? Let's ask her. What's your favorite song, Vriska? That was actually fucking crazy. The leitmotif in ABC is crazy. Yeah. It's actually the same as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I'm gonna give her a sec to calm down. Suck on. Get her. Where's her goddamn? I'm actually just gonna go downstairs and get her binky. Give me a sec. Okay, there we go. Okay. Hope that calms her down. Barfa was telling me, he was like, you really shouldn't give the kid a pacifier. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, it can fuck up their tooth development. I'll tell you this. I will take a kid with fucked up teeth to not have to deal with this. In my plushy pie. Oh no. Oh good, it doesn't fix it anymore. They patched it. She really calmed down, actually. Ooh, I thought that was a stone guy. It wasn't. Okay, moving on. This is a powerful start. I really would like the angel item sooner rather than later. Oh, please stop being excited. How long does I'm excited last? The floor? This is a good one for good old infinite range Joseph. I will hang out in the free zone. It affects the permanent teeth if you use pacifiers too long. Yeah, they were like, you should stop at 18 months. I'm like, great, 17 more of these to go. Dude, it's... It will just get me killed. It will just get me killed. I don't know what to tell you. That is the throw. If I can find Pyro, I will do it. Get Pyro, dummy. Okay. Okay, I don't really need any of this. Can we get above 38? 38. Could be here. I'm goated. Oh. Very interesting. Fell asleep with the passy in her mouth. In my passy pie, if the world was ending, I'd wanna age play with you. If the playtime was over and you couldn't kiss my boo, boo, I'd want my passy Just for a while. She really fucks up while in that one too. She's like, wow. Like, that can't be sexy. Come on. If the world was ending, I wanna play with you. I kind of gave her the Cleveland Brown cadence at the end of that. My name is Cleveland Brown, and I'm proud to be right back in my hometown with my new family. There's old friends and new friends and even a bear. Through good times and bad times, there's true love share. And so I'll take an orbital. Found a place where everyone would know my happy mustache face. This is the Cleveland show. You know, looking back, that was a really weird concept. Lost to 38. That's fine. I'm not mad about it at all, actually. Got 7 bombs. Surely we can find it. We found it in 1 bomb. Hello. The left hand. I'm good, actually. It kind of fucks up my bombs key synergy. What was an odd concept? The Cleveland show. How do you know the whole song? I watched them all. I was the target audience, a 14-year-old white kid. There's a... Oh my god. The throw is incoming. There's a Family Guy afterwards where he goes, everyone, I know you've been keeping it together. You know, let me... That's terrible. Let me hear it. And he's like, oh, where do we begin? He's like, what was your target audience? Black people that have never met another black person? I'm like, yeah, that really was the target audience of that show. Oh, man. I miss that. I really like that David Lynch passed up Gravity Falls for it. I mean, what can you... It's a much more Lynchian show than Gravity Falls, I will say. He's like a recurring character in it. Sorry, I can't be in Gravity Falls. I have to be in the Cleveland show. Did you think the bear was the funniest character? The bear was like far and away the worst part of it. I was like, what the fuck is the bear in here for? Such a... that's good enough. Such a naked attempt to try and like make an interesting, funny guy. Oh my god, please don't die. Holy shit. Mega Rag, you whore. Come here. Yeah. Unload on him. Ah. Hit him with the multiple Epiphoria blasts. Oh my god. What about Kanye's character? Kenny West. I loved Kenny West. I thought that was really... There's like a episode where Cleveland Brown Jr. raps against Kenny West and he does really good. And I remember being like, he freaking schooled him. He got that Kenny character good. Great. That's what I wanted. Oh my god, how did I not get hit off that? Someone up there is looking out for me. Come here. Kind of wanted some chests. We'll just go into the shop and there will be 5 holy cards waiting there for me. We've been waiting for you, Joseph. I thought that was going to get me. I just assumed that was going to get me. Awful. These guys have a trillion billion health. All right, what are we working with? Pandora's. Supposed to wait for Womb 1? Jesus, I don't want to do that. I'm on caves 2 already? Yeah, okay. I'll open this as well. Shit, I'll open this as well. Luck up. I'll take it. Hi, MBT. I'm on my fire stick going to bed. Can you tell me a bedtime story? Sure. Often I tell Jillian bedtime stories about a group of cats who live in a volcano. But I don't think I'm gonna divulge any of those to you. I can tell you the moth joke. People love the moth joke. I'll tell you, my dad has been telling me a lot of Jewish jokes. It's our heritage. Here's one. So... I'll take the experimental. Shot speed up, tears down. That's what I wanted, was shot speed up, tears down. Fuck my life, dude. Alright, here we go. So, there's these two guys that are... These two Orthodox Jews. They're being set up for an arranged marriage, right? And they're to get on a bus and go meet their brides. And they're, you know, they were born into the faith. They don't have as much of a connection to it as you would need to really feel comfortable taking this kind of step. But they do want to make their families happy, and so they're doing it regardless, right? So they're about to get on the bus, and one of the two guys goes, "I'm so sorry to do this to you, man, but I've been thinking so hard about it. I can't go through with this. This is just too much for me. I'm gonna... Ooh, that's not bad. I'm gonna let you go." And the guy's like, "Okay, well, up to you. You know, it's your decision. I think I can go through with it, so I'm gonna do so." The guy goes, "Well, you're a better man than me. You know, have fun." He goes, "All right." So the guy arrives, and the two brides-to-be are shocked to see there's only one guy for the pair of them. Then I fucking died to a big bomb. Well, I'll give it one more shot. I like a Steven start. They're shocked to see there's one guy in between the pair of them. Well, they've come with their mother-in-laws, and the mother-in-laws are not happy. Mother-in-law goes, "What do you mean there's only one guy for the pair of us?" He goes, "Yeah, sorry, the other one chickened out." He goes, "Well, certainly, you're here for my daughter." He's like, "Well, actually, I wasn't told which daughter I was here for." And they're like, "Oh, no, you're marrying my daughter," each of them says. "We didn't come all the way out here just for you to go home without marrying my daughter." He goes, "Oh, no, here we go." So he goes, "You know what? Clearly, you all can't decide who I'm meant to marry. Let's go seek the wisdom of the rabbi," right? They go to the rabbi. They go, "Rabbi, here's the situation." They explain it. The rabbi goes, "Okay, all right. Well, in times like these, we must look to the wisdom of the great King Solomon. You all know the story of when he divided the baby. Well, I propose we divide this eligible bachelor in half, and each of you take one." And the first mother-in-law goes, "Oh, no, that's disgusting. I could never." And the other one goes, "Yeah, cut him in half." And the rabbi goes, "That's the mother-in-law." That's the joke. I have another one as well. Another Jewish joke. I'm just showing up to tell you Jewish jokes. So, a man comes to the rabbi and he says, "Rabbi, I have a horrible problem." Rabbi goes, "Well, tell me, my child." He goes, "Well, here's the thing. I have tried to raise my son in the faith. I've gone to temple. I've kept holy the Sabbath. And he's just totally turned off from the religion. He says it's not for him. He's met a young woman. Now he wants to convert to Christianity. What should I do?" And the rabbi goes, "You know, it's funny you should say that. I, too, have a son. As a rabbi, of course, I've tried to inculcate him into the faith. But he, too, has found it totally lacking and asked to convert to Christianity." And the first guy goes, "That's unbelievable. Well, what did you do?" And he goes, "Well, I prayed to God for advice." He goes, "You did?" He says, "Yes." He goes, "Well, what did God say?" He said, "Well, God said, you know, it's funny you should say that." Jesus Christ, dude, this is insane. Is this not enough ragging? There we go. Oh my god. You do not deserve to get out of that one. That one's good. Yeah, tell me about it. I've found most of them funny. They've been pretty good. Oh no. What is this room? Oh my god, I've never seen this room in my life. I think I've probably told you this one already, but I'll tell it again. Evil ass fly room. So oh, this is a nice room. A rabbi, a Hindu priest, and a politician are traveling together. They're all trying to get to the next city over. On their travel, unfortunately, they have found themselves hopelessly lost. And after hours of sort of scrambling around, they come upon a farmer's house. They look at each other and they're like, well, we really don't have much of a choice. It's either this or sleep in the forest. So they knock on the door, they go to the farmer, they say, hello, farmer, we're so very sorry. We've become lost on our travel. Would you be good enough to put us up for the night? Right? And the farmer goes, well, I don't think I could say no to the three of you, a Hindu priest, a rabbi, and a politician. I go, okay, I appreciate it. He goes, but there is one problem. You see, my guest room is very small, and we'll only have room for the two of you. A third will have to sleep out in the barn with the animals. Hindu priest says, we're going to kamikaze and die. No. The Hindu priest says, well, it is a big undertaking, but it is a sacrifice that I will make. So I'll go in the barn. I'll see y'all in the morning. So the politician and the rabbi start getting their clothes together. They start getting prepared for bed when they hear a knock at the door. They open it, and it's the Hindu priest. They go, what's up? He goes, I'm so sorry. There's a cow in the barn, and I cannot make my bed next to a sacred animal. The rabbi goes, say no more. I understand. He says, I will do it. I will sleep with the animals. So the politician and the Hindu priest start making the bed. Ooh, that's not helpful for me. About 5 minutes later, they hear another knock at the door. They go to the door. It's the rabbi. They go, what happened? The rabbi goes, well, there's a pig in the barn, and I can't make my bed next to such a filthy animal. I'm sorry. The politician says, don't worry. I will make the sacrifice and sleep in the barn. So the rabbi and the Hindu priest start making the bed, and about 5 minutes later, they hear a knock at the door. They open up the door. It's the pig and the cow. Haha, I get it. That's good. All right, I'm not fucking around anymore. This is not a good enough run to go Angels. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I know I just... You know what? I'm going to blow up these. I was like, I'm not going to blow up the dono machine. Or maybe I will. Why are they all so far away from each other? Duality. Perfect. Right on time. Oh, that was bad. I just need one more coin, please. 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 Thank you. I should have gotten humbling. What was I doing? That was an obvious humbling. Actually, it was Sackhead for the card. The doy. Why Goathead on Tell Lost? I like Goathead. Are you kidding me? Is this a fucking joke? It's okay. This will work out. Did I not pick up the free sack? What am I, stupid? Take these these little fuckers. I need damage badly. This is the floor where I get it, though. I just got to get to the boss and beat the boss. Actually, a lot of ways metronome can go bad for me. Definitely shouldn't be firing it before I've cleared the room. I don't know what I'm hoping to get off metronome. Kamikaze, right? I'm just trying to die. Ooh. Ooh, wow, I was supposed to die there. No holy card. Not good. That Fennec Fox guy, don't get me started. I'll figure out a way. Okay, this one, if I can beat the boss, we'll take a turn for the much better. So let's just see who it is. This is a beatable guy. I would like this thing to leave. Oh my god, I almost died to the fucking haunt. The only thing that's gonna fuck me up is the brimstone. Yeah. Alright, okay. This is to earn. This is to earn. I was doing much better when I was telling the jokes. Maybe I should do some, because we just got a really great item. This is a perfect time to initiate some Matman style call and response. Are you going to play the new Edmund game when it comes out? Oh yeah, definitely. Eugenics? Oh. Alright, I hate to do this. The kid is actually a little fussy. I'm going to let you go. We will resume this run on Monday, where I will be back at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, I'm going to throw you over to someone else. Here is... I don't know any of these people. Nova Aokami. I'm going to throw you over to Nova. Bye-bye.